Stream is ending. Oh no.
No, stream is starting.
Hello. How are we?
Hello there.
Hello.
So sorry, I was able to hear myself twice there, and I got all confused, so I wasn't able to
Yeah,
concentrate.
that happens us a lot. Oh,
But yeah, so welcome to the stream. This one's gonna be a bit different. You can see the screen looks a lot different to what it normally is. But today we're going to be painting. Well, we are going to be painting. Paul is going to be painting the stunning.
It's a team effort.
Slyfos, the big bad guy, from our campaign that's going on at the moment in the Ark of the Eternal Flame. Paul plays this character, so Paul plays the BBEG of our campaign, and is a very talented painter, and has gotten a 3D printer recently. So he decided to print out his favorite or his own character and bring him to life. So, Paul, do you want to tell us about how you did it and what you're going to do today?
yeah, so all I've done so far is printed out a model. It was a stone giant, I believe. My character's a stone Goliath, but it was close enough, so I printed that. I made a shoulder pad, and there's also a dragon skull, which is the skull of the parents of one of the other characters in the campaign.
The wife.
And then I sculpted him his cloak, which is I think a secret.
Cloak of Eyes.
Okay, it's not a secret. The robe of
No,
eyes.
it's not an eye. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. It's a robe of eyes, yeah.
Yep. So there we go.
The eyes lining it.
I think I'm gonna just start.
It's a robe with eyes all along it.
Yeah, and it's like magical or something.
Robe.
Robe,
Oh,
yes.
Robe,
Like a,
yeah.
It's a rope, and I'm like, decent D&D.
Yeah.
And is this a depiction of him after we cut him off by the armpit?
no.
So you intend on cutting him in half first?
Is that your intention? I mean,
I don't know if we go to armpit, but we'll figure something out.
We don't want to tell you what
No.
No.
Let's
You've
not
all
get stream
got-
banned quite
I'm
yet.
sure you've all got secret plans as to what you're gonna do to each other.
Super secret.
Yeah. Super secret.
I think
But yeah, no,
theirs is less secret. It's just kill me.
The secret is just killing. It's how though is the big thing, isn't it, really?
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone's got their spites against him.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have two new characters being introduced last stream.
Very
We have
exciting.
Makas and Akupa. We didn't really get to hear them too much because they pretty much got introduced and got thrown into the fire of combat against
Quite literally.
Slyfos. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, pretty immediately.
Actually, yeah, literally, it was pretty much immediately. So we didn't really get too
Yeah.
much like flavor out of them. But hopefully, you'll get to develop your characters a bit in the next couple of sessions, if they don't die again. But I really hope that doesn't happen for your sake.
What do you mean, John? We're only mercenaries. Once the job is done, we're done.
If the
Fair
job
point.
is done.
Once the job is
Once.
done. Once. I'll have you know, Macus will not be dying without the job being done.
Yeah.
Marcus seems like the kind of type of guy who might have a clone of himself. He just seems like that. I don't know.
I think it's just the race, realistically. Macus dies, my son steps into the frame.
Yeah, and he's just the exact version.
Yeah, Macus Jr. with his dog not fucked.
He's very
Yeah,
fox
yeah.
looking.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dracula.
My dog.
And Daniel, what the iconic whir? Oh, the iconic whir of the Ender Tree.
Yes,
You can
yeah.
hear the printer in the background.
Oh god. There's no escape from that noise. It just.
No. We will have to show them the people what you're printing in a while.
It's a nice
When it's done, but that'll be in like a couple of days' time.
Oh, I was even going to say show the file, but yeah, you can actually.
Oh,
look
yeah,
up. Yeah, actually on the day of the stream. So just for everyone
Oh,
that's
yeah,
here, we will be streaming again on Saturday. We'll be doing the next session. But this time we decided to do a bit of a chill kind of painting session, and we're going to do a record a recap of everything that's happened so far. So we're going to be racking our brains trying to figure out, okay, what happened this time and what happened next time.
But
But-
you know, I have an amazing memory, so I'll be
Oh, yeah. You'll have it all perfectly.
It'll all be anecdotal. It's like, I thought it was this. No, it was this. No, it was this.
Yeah, we'll all start arguing about what actually happened. But
Crixus' arms were still intact. Yeah.
Oh, remember that?
Oopsie. Big oopsie moment.
Oh,
One day my
absolute
first
G.
character.
Fucking gallows. Absolute G.
Okay, Joey.
Joey.
Oh,
Call out.
I don't think Miss Neville agreed, but
But these streams and stuff will be going up on YouTube, on our YouTube channel that's still under archives. So I'm just going to type that in chat now altogether, just because it's
It is in
Probably-
the.
Yeah, it's also in the corner.
Stream.
it's in the corner and in the stream description. But I will have that up for you, so you can look at that and then you can get the streams. And this one will probably be the most important one because you'll be able to recap on literally everything that's happened. And hopefully that'll make things a bit less confusing, because I know from talking to people who've watched the streams, they said, like, the streams are great and all, but I don't really know what's going on. So hopefully we
Neither
can...
do we.
yeah, to be fair.
It's very warm.
It's all of it all over the shop. For sure, what harm? It's a bit of fun. But yeah.
Actually, are we allowed to know what Paul is printing, or is that secret?
it's a dice tower.
It's what?
It's a dice tower. I showed it earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the skull one? Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks well.
That's cool. That's
Also, since this model was a giant, it's got a normal person's skull on this, but my guy isn't a giant, so he's just killed a baby or something.
Just killed the
Small
baby.
little- small
Oh
little-
no.
Casually, you know how it'd be.
as bad guys do.
Or
Yeah.
it could be a smaller humanoid person that got lost in my lair. You never know.
Oh, so maybe not a baby, or maybe a child.
Or just a small person.
There you go. You never know.
You know, he has his morals.
Yeah.
Exactly. We've all got more.
I'm a great
Sure,
guy.
he does.
What age are you? 14? No, thanks, not killing you.
Too old.
Yo.
Just to check, lads. We're streaming from a different computer now. Just is audio and everything okay at the moment?
Yeah.
Like, is everything balanced?
Well, things look right. The Paul painting was good. But
Yeah, the painting
Yeah,
is really
it's
good, and
very
the
difficult to get an
camera
angle
staying in
of it.
focus. I can imagine, yeah.
Your lovely fingers, Paul, is all I'm going to say.
Every time I need to paint, I have to weave. You can see it in the shadow. I have to weave my hand underneath the wire that's charging the phone,
Oh,
otherwise
yeah.
it'll die.
Yeah, because Droid Cam will drain.
Oh
Your
yeah,
phone.
it'll just kill it.
Yeah, because I remember I was playing Magic one time and it was on 100% and it died after a couple of hours. Like, it was really bad. All the slideshow you see going there, lads, is our characters that we got printed by Paul, and Paul painted them as well. And they're just so cool to have, and I cannot wait to be using them. Like, the day we get to use them in person.
Oh my
will be
God.
so fun.
If any
they
of
don't
the
get-
characters
if
are
they
still
don't get thrown
alive.
off the wall for that one.
If they don't get thrown off the wall after that one, dear God. I really hope not. All the
Yeah,
effort put into them.
All
Yeah,
Paul's
but,
hard work, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
won't be throwing
website
them into walls anytime soon.
The website we use, folks, is called Hero Forge, and
This is an ad.
This is
It's
not.
an ad. But it's really good for visualizing characters for all sorts of games if you want to. They don't just do fantasy; they do like sci-fi and western and all that kind of crack. So I'd say give it a check out. Not sponsors, but please sponsor us if this is something
Yeah.
fun to them.
Yeah, like you can just get the STL file if you know someone with a 3D printer and they can print it out for you. I think is it $8 for that?
Yeah.
For
something like-
normal size figures?
Yes, I think
And
it's actually the
then-
same for everything, even when you go oversize. I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
they charge
any-
more.
Any file is €8.
Playing D&D in person will be fantastic, Dark Lord. It's so true. Like,
stop.
Oh my god.
cannot wait. Yeah, like I'm literally trying to convince the members of my flat to have a one shot.
Oh my
you
god,
actually-
that would be so good.
I mean, you're
Yeah.
all locked. Yeah, you're all in it at home. Like you may as well.
Yeah, the one problem is that we have no access to a printer,
Oh, that would.
so
yeah.
that's the one thing. We can do the library or whatever, so that should be fine.
Miss, this is books. I swear, it's studied.
This is well, it's like you pay for the printing, so you know. What is it? A couple of P a sheet.
P.
Not too bad. Not too
Ugh,
bad.
You're already
Couple of
saying
P, yeah. Well, I have to. Well, this is. Yeah, I have to spend a
Imagine
penny.
using a different currency. How
It
cool.
is what it is.
It is.
A
What
couple of
it is.
P's to a couple of P's to a couple of C.
Yeah, exactly. Just changing letters. Oh dear, I think. Oh no, everything's frozen on me.
I only buy my
Is it?
paper with B.
No, it's still good for me.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, no, it's me. As in, like, I have like a million tabs open.
Ah,
Oh.
Would
John.
explain a lot.
That would do
Oh.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paper, no.
I know, it's bad, it's bad. Yeah, we're back in business now. Yeah, sugar, all the chats
Go
became new as well. What the hell? It's a bit weird. Ah well. But yeah. What were we talking about there? Oh yeah. For Magic Peoples, the secret lair drop there came out today.
Oh,
It was
John, I don't want to, but I'm actually so tempted to get that part 1.
it is really cool.
I'm looking
What is-
for artwork of it now, but it's not been put up to the website, the wallpaper website.
The wallpaper. Oh, is there a
The
wallpaper?
Magic.
site?
Yeah, Magic they have free wallpapers.
Oh, okay, but they haven't.
They haven't put it up yet.
Is this for the
For
Uro?
Uro. Yeah.
Wait,
it's so
what's
cool.
that? Secret lair drop thing?
I'll send it to you now, Max. It's so Secret Lair is like all the fancy art versions of cards. They're a bit more expensive, a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
But to be fair, Uro even being printed in the Secret Lair is nearly like making up the value. Now that he's banned, probably not, but
Yeah.
Why is he
it's
banned?
kind of man
Oh.
because
Yeah.
he's too good. He's literally just too good.
Uh-huh.
But all these, the cards look so good. I think they knew they hit home with the Kaldheim like border.
The artwork, yeah,
they
it's just so good.
They had to like. I love the way
Yeah,
they're giving you a
my,
sleeve for Uro, even though you're not going to be able to use it in the game.
No.
They're giving you like a showcase art on Arena, like.
Yeah, my singles got shipped at the start of the week actually. So
Are they coming, or so? How long have you been able to track them, or?
no, they should be here in about a week, but between a week and 2 weeks. So I think before the 20th, and if not, they said I can get a
Yeah, you
refund.
can.
Oh my god! I'm just
I-
after seeing Joey's message there. In my first campaign recently, I managed to go through 3 characters.
Ah, Joey.
Yo! Oh my god!
Joey, can I ask the classes and the Constitution scores?
And races as well. Just put them in there.
Yeah, what characters are there?
Yeah. Oh, we need to hear
Yeah.
your story, Joey.
Oh man,
We're
I'm
here
gonna
for
cry.
you. We're here for you.
This is on his third character actually.
Yeah, you want to talk to Max, I was gonna say.
Max is on his third character after more
Yeah,
than a year.
after, like,
to be fair.
Several
Yeah.
seasons.
Yeah, but first campaign recently, man.
Oh,
Three
Joe.
That
Whoa.
that's
That's
sad.
tragic.
Ah well. But that's the intention of our BBEG. Paul's aim is to get through as many characters as he
Yeah,
can.
Yeah, I killed
Paul
2 and they
decided-
just came back.
Wait, Joey, are you the DM?
Hey, they didn't have
Oh,
That's
that
gonna be-
would-
that could be taken as a
twist.
That would be a
Um,
massive twist. Oh my god.
how
that
long
is
moment get through.
I tried to try it off Michael's character on his birthday.
Yeah, Paul. Nice
Yeah.
one for that one.
Well, listen, wrong place, the wrong time for Michael. And I didn't even kill him.
Oh,
So.
you know, wrong
It was
place,
too close.
friends with you, wrong time on his birthday. You said the wrong place
You were
at the wrong
5
time.
HP.
Sure.
5 HP out of like.
Yeah,
no,
if
wasn't
he
it like
hadn't slept
45?
if he hadn't slept in the hotel, he would have been dead.
Yeah, if you hadn't taken Jemisin's hotel room.
If I hadn't told him to climb out of the wall that was encircling him, he would have been dead too.
Oh,
If-
much
if he hadn't
much
gotten-
sooner.
If he hadn't gotten a birthday roll, he would have been
Yeah.
dead too.
Oh, Joe.
Listing out the
okay,
reasons
hold
why
on.
Lop should be dead.
Aarakocra,
Yeah.
Orc Barbarian, and Tiefling Warlock. Orc Barbarian died. What?
Oh dear. You went with an Orc Barbarian, like that is the
Warlock,
go-to if
fuck
you're
yeah.
gonna die.
That is
Tiefling
beef.
Warlock, yeah.
Orc
Tiefling
Barbarian.
Warlock, except you're kind of squishy, but you're pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And
Joey,
I fell off a cliff.
nice one. Rest in pepperoni.
That sounds more Orc Barbarian than dying in battle.
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense. Oh my god.
Unlucky roll or what?
Oh.
That is so funny. That must have been a very ironic nat one. Like.
I hope it was in that one. He just he didn't kill himself.
The DM was like, no, you trip and fall. That's it.
yeah, did he fall or was he pushed?
Yeah,
Oh, that
and
is
the
what
lightning bolt knocks you off the cliff. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. The lightning bolt DM, the classic.
bit of both.
Yeah. So, Paul, how long do you think it's going to take you, just out of interest? Like, I'm not rushing you or anything like
I
that.
actually have no idea.
Hurry up.
Okay, on. I haven't actually painted anything like this before properly. So
Okay, so it's kind of a new thing.
it is, and I want to try some stuff on it as well. I might try some fancy lighting, or try non-metallic metal or something like that. We'll see.
Like, oh, yeah.
He tried to tackle Joe. He tried to tackle a ranger off the cliff.
And he went
Right.
with him.
Yikes.
Oh, hello, Owen Sheehan, how are you?
Mr. Sheehan.
Hello.
But,
Oh, you're
yeah.
Warforged. What class?
Warforged are fun.
The ranger didn't fall. Oh, sorry, you went
You literally
you
just.
went clean over the
Oh
edge.
my god.
Diving competition.
Dive
Oh,
comp.
Warforged.
Warforged.
Oh, that is.
It's freaking. Oh, what's it called? The Overwatch character is Bastion.
Druid Warforged. That's
Druid.
cool.
Wait,
That must be-
what is a druid? Is that not magical?
Nature
That's
boy.
Owen.
That's
Oh,
what it
nature.
looks like, yeah.
Oh,
Well,
right.
well, it is
okay.
magical as well.
Cool.
but-
Nature robot. That is character division.
Well, I mean, the Warforged are half wood as well.
Yeah.
I know, but it's just like, what are you living? Are you this? Are you that?
all that stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, that-
I can see that being actually really interesting story.
Oh, it would be. It would most definitely be.
Ethan, how are you keeping? But yeah, I'm trying to figure out the roles here. I can't. Have I got the wrong? Oh, you're Jemison 801, Sean.
What?
I have Sean Galvin 801 as moderator. So
Yeah.
that's not you. Okay, I will get this
Oh,
out.
Alright, I didn't. I know that's on me because one time I forgot my my Twitch password and I was like, I just want to interact with the chat. So
Fair.
I quickly used one of my many emails to create another account.
Fair. I'm saying, unfortunately, some of the specified roles were unable to be added. Huh. That we'll get it working. Oh, I don't know what's going on though. Yeah, we'll leave that for a while. We'll get that working soon though. Sorry. I'll need to change the topic. I think we're under Magic the Gathering at the moment, are we?
Oopsie daisy.
Wait, are we?
I see
no.
scale modeling painting.
Yeah, painting.
It came up as art for me.
Painting.
Oh,
street
the art
is-
is the category.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
it's not-
you just
okay,
switched that
we're all
earlier.
good. We're all good. Oh yeah, we are arting. Yes.
Bob Ross, lovely.
Bob Ross. I didn't even know there was an emoji for that.
That's
Yeah.
a pretty good. Yeah, it's a good emote. If everyone in the chat doesn't put in a Bob Ross, I'm going to be a bit upset.
Pixel Bob, Cool Story Bob. There's a couple of Bob Rosses.
Oh, cool story, Bob. Oh no.
There's two Bob Ross.
That's when you
Yeah.
tell a really uninteresting story, isn't it? You just get slammed with a cool story. Bob.
Yeah.
Cool story, Bob. Here we go.
Wait,
Oh,
Gavin,
here.
are you?
John, is that another one?
Gavin.
Changed my name.
Oh, did you? Okay. That's
No,
why. Did you change it just there?
Yeah.
That's why it stopped working for me. Why I couldn't
my
give you the
bad.
role. Because I
I
tried to
literally-
give Jemison 801 then.
It
Right.
must have been updating because I changed
Yeah.
it like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So
Yeah, no, apologies.
have your moderator status. There you go.
Oh my
Who's a mom?
god!
Welcome.
God. Oh, who should I ban first?
Time to abuse it.
Yeah. But yeah, we actually wonder your opinions on like having a Discord as well, where we could just like talk. Well, I don't know what we'd end up doing, but a Discord would be cool, where we could have everyone who's like watches the stream as well, and if anyone had any questions about like what was going on, we could talk about that. What is that? Is that the, oh,
Is that
I'm
Pog?
sure it's-
Oh,
that's
that
Pog at
looks-
the moment.
that
Oh,
looks
damn.
scary.
If
Yeah.
they're
Next
here
one in the
and
series.
they're interested in D&D, they could organize some one-shots as well if nothing's being run. If there's a bit of a break happening.
Yeah, we could use it to connect lots of different D&D peoples from all over the place.
Yeah, see, we're having an issue at the moment where we have a bunch of people in a group, and we want to play games, but we only have one group and we can only run so many games.
Yeah, without taking all of our time.
Yeah, there's a lot of people trying to organize different things, and it feels like some people are being burned out, and people are busy, and not everything always gets to get run. So having a bunch of different overlap and a bigger play group could mean that some people can jump in and jump out if they're ever busy or not.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool. That's big logic.
Literally
Big brain
didn't
in there
even
over-
think of that.
Yeah, damn. I
'Cause I
was just thinking
presume
about that.
most people in here would be interested in being or trying a D&D game. Even
Yeah,
if,
it'd be
like,
worth
you don't have to,
having a one shot at some stage, like.
if you don't, because I knew I wanted to play for ages, but I didn't have a group to play with, and even with ourselves, it took a while to organize.
Oh yeah.
Um,
We were climbing down Karen Duel and it just
Yeah.
that was it.
Oh,
And
That was-
so, like, you know, some people just can't seem to find a group. And if you try different content creators online and try their Discords, it feels like it's sometimes too public and you don't know the people. Whereas we're still like,
we're small.
yeah, we're small, very
For now.
personal,
For now.
we're fairly personal. Like, so
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
So yeah, chat. When we're making the multi-millions, like you won't be forgotten. Don't
You won't
worry.
be forgotten. Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
get your VIP status. eventually. You'll have to
You'll
earn.
come on. You'll come on tour. With
Come on tour.
Yeah.
We'll be touring on like the you know when they do like Comic Cons and they do D&D stuff.
I know. Yeah, they're just in a
Yeah.
huge stage, and then if you roll on that 20, you get to high five everyone in the audience.
Yes.
Oh, that kind of
Oh, post-COVID days. Hopefully.
Oh my God! Joey's DMing next week. Savage.
Oh.
Nice. Good luck with that,
Hell
Joey.
yeah.
What are you DMing? Is it a
D&D,
homebrew or
like what campaign is it? Yeah.
is it a homebrew or is it an expansion book?
Or one of the Adventures League as well.
Yeah.
They're really cool. I would.
Homebrew?
Ooh.
Nicely
Give us,
done.
give us the preface, Joe.
Yeah, give us your elevator pitch.
Yeah.
Elevator pitch, yes.
And I take it you will be doing every single scrap of art for the entire campaign.
Oh. Well, in fairness, we're lucky enough to have a good couple of artists. We have 3 artists.
Yeah,
we do.
And then Owen's
Nice,
really
right?
one. He'll be making
Owen,
something.
Max, Mike.
Owen, Max, and Mike.
Yeah.
Our artists, yeah. No.
Yeah, the artists.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Paul,
see
Sean,
what's so
and,
funny.
Paul, Sean, and Joe have done like some really cool art, and it's been shown like all the time on our streams and stuff.
I mean,
Um,
them more than me, to be fair. I haven't done too
Oh
much.
yes, Mr. Sheehan does tend to donate art. He does.
Oh yeah, and Owen Sheen
Yes.
did. Yeah, that was unbelievable. That was a class. Yeah.
Very
Oh.
cool art.
Yeah, so that'd be another use for the Discord as well. We could be sharing art and keeping
Yeah,
it in
hell
the
yeah.
gallery. Which would be
I'd
class.
love to try to do some like charcoal pieces, or just try like actually we could have Paul try teach us art.
No.
That would be a funny stream.
Calvin, I will be throwing paint at you, whether it be on stream or not. Okay.
All the way from a dare, I'll just get a sling of red paint.
Mr. Hamilton, I ran out of paint. I hate it all.
Oh, here's the elevator pitch. The elevator pitch is
I
in.
see someone else.
I see someone-
Over. Are you the-
Can someone just say it normally?
Oh, with the characters. Oh, making it a port town. Nice. Revenge is
Man,
sweet.
don't diss the fire characters, okay?
Oh, God.
You. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, they
Yeah.
might pick another fire character and burn the town to shit.
Yeah, we
So,
have our
be
own little
careful.
fire character.
But you know, I tend to be careful
this
with
goose,
this. I don't burn
this
things for
Ugly
sake.
child.
Seer's one of the OGs though.
When the two of us.
Who were the two?
Oh no! I just assumed Dovtuk is a freaking OG.
He's not.
Technically.
Technically not.
There are only 2 original characters. Yeah.
Who is it? Broden and Asir, is it?
Roden and
Yeah,
Azir.
yeah.
Not for long.
John, don't put that in the story, John. Don't get that involved, okay?
Oh.
Don't
So-
turn that against me.
So do you want to start on the way down Karen Tool?
Yeah, we go around.
And then we go every day by day until we actually got to it.
No, but like
Yeah.
this is the premise for where it all kind of started. We,
Sure. So we were in this Lord of the Rings setting, alright? We were
It really was as well.
it kind of looking back at it, yeah.
It is.
I don't think that was
it
the
is
whole
kind of Lord of
motivation.
the Rings setting. Sorry.
I don't think that was the motivation for like what exactly motivated us to do it, but
No.
While we were walking down, I was just kind of, I don't know, was it? Oh, and you mentioned it,
I
and
think
then
I approached you about it. Yeah.
yeah, and
I was definitely lagging behind, having a heart
yeah,
attack.
On the way down, so it was a bit easier.
yeah. So we were talking about it, but we were so like, this is the nerdiest possible thing to do.
Yeah.
We were really kind of nervous about, you know, if anyone ever found out about this, we'd be killed. Or not even killed, but just like socially destroyed.
Vicious mockery.
Vicious. Oh my god.
That's just called
This
going
is
to
why.
secondary school, man.
This is why we would be killed.
Yeah.
Because of that.
To be honest.
Yeah.
But it was in TY, wasn't it? So
We were in
what
TY,
year
yeah,
was
yeah.
that?
That was the year
2018.
2018.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, so Critical Role Campaign 2 had just actually started.
That's
Which-
mental.
Yeah.
And I was watching Fantasy High by College Humor. They were doing their own like homebrew one.
Mm.
Yeah, so D&D was kind of starting to come back into fashion.
Yeah,
Like
it
a
was,
major
yeah.
thing. And we ended up getting the books way later. No, I didn't get the books until.
No, we
years after.
we went to the shop in Limerick.
Oh
And we were like, this is it. This is it. We just
Gathering?
made that decision.
Yeah, we went to the gathering.
Oh,
in
cool.
Limerick.
It was myself, Owen, John, and Dan. I think I was in town or something like that, and then Owen just kind of tagged along because he tends to live in town.
Tends to.
And,
Uh,
and it was
I do
Dan.
tend to do that, yeah.
Yeah. And so we went to the gathering, and then we were chatting away to the guys who own the shop, and they're great crack. But then we just kind of put our foot down, like, this is happening. We are not backing down from this.
Yeah.
Like, time to buy stuff.
And then I bought my first set of dice. A plain green set. Do I have any of them with me? I don't think I do. I think
Can you
I
find them, John? Can you find your roots?
Can I go back to my roots? I have one of them. I have one of the dice from the set here with me. The rest of them are at home. So, but yeah, I do have one of my first dice set. Plain green. Nothing very special about them. But you know, the dice goblin was hatched in my stomach at that stage. Then.
That's not a sentence I want to hear.
That's
Yeah,
got
no.
attached to my stomach.
Yeah. If that day D&D Virginhood had ended, yes, so.
And then
Or
everything
began.
began.
Yeah.
Yeah.
D&D Virginhood again. Yeah. So I didn't turn up to the session 0.
You. Oh no, you
Yeah.
didn't. That was a thought.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. All the players went to Owen's house, but I was
Yeah.
at home. And
Just spitballing ideas, and I remember Galvin had
Yeah.
like 5 of them.
we were all thinking.
Did I?
Yeah,
I-
you did. You had so many. So many.
I remember how
I
enthusiastic you were when you rang. It was hilarious. Like you were loving it. And
Yeah.
one of the big ideas was something to do with throwing Gargan and trying to get him to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, because
Like, it's
Chris
like-
was such a big boy in comparison to the rest of the party. Not
I think you
anymore.
were. I think Crixus was a Goliath at that stage, as in he had like
No.
you were just thinking Goliath. I thought.
He wasn't a Dragonborn, was he?
Yeah, and then
I
that's why it would have been so easy to
I
fling
think
him.
there was someone bigger. I don't think Crixus was the extent of the size.
No, it was I think it was a toss up between the two. I considered Dragonborn, but I was set on Goliath, and then I had 9 health as a Goliath, and Aaron was like, "Sean, we need you to be a sponge. You can't."
Yeah.
So
And then you became a monk.
Yeah.
yeah. See, like I tried.
Were you a sorcerer?
What? No, I was. The Goliath was a monk. I
Oh,
really
Goliath
wanted to be a monk.
And I
So
was
I
like,
tried-
bro, what about them stealth checks? Whoa.
I tried playing a monk like as a level 15 in like another guy's like one-off session, and I really enjoyed it. That guy still died anyways, but you know it was fun. So I was like, I'll give it another shot. So I chose, and then the whole fire cult thing was like, I'll become a fire-breathing dragon and link it in.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I
it
remember
was a
that.
fear
You
that
sent
was
us
on-
that.
How...
You
Yeah, it
sent
was
us, like,
oh yeah,
the
I sent you a
thing.
sheet detailing these 4 cults.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Cult of each element.
Oh yeah, and then you asked us
Which of them would you
Pick one.
consider
which one
joining?
of them would we join.
Yeah,
you
that
all
was
say fire cult or something.
Fire Cult was by far the most popular.
No. Gargan said he would
Oh,
join
how things
whichever
have
one the others
changed.
didn't.
Yeah, Gargan was just a character there that was there to be chaotic in every sense of the word.
The fire cult being popular. Oh, how things have changed.
Yeah.
Well, is that the theory behind why there's this fire cult? Was we chose it, or was it going to be this anyway?
Well, see, I was considering running that campaign.
Okay.
It was a campaign that had the 4 cults in it, and it was all very set, and it was just in a book, and I had it, and I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll go with that. Because I wasn't really confident in actually making my own.
Much. Yeah.
But then I actually ended up going with the starter campaign.
The
Lost Mine of Phandelver.
Yeah.
That was a good start. That was a solid.
Gremlins.
It's a really, really good starter set campaign, like, to be fair.
It's kind of become that meme though, where you can only really do it once until you're playing into the meme of, oh yeah, we'll do that one again.
We should do a replay through it. We actually should, like.
At level 7, please. At level 7.
At level 7. No, like, it's a phenomenal campaign, like.
I'll grab Garrigan, Max grabs Marson, Sean plays Crixus.
The unripped,
Yeah.
unripped character.
I'm happy to leave Crixus behind.
Ouch. I fully intend on playing some variation of Garrigan in another campaign at some
But
point.
you played Garrigan at level 5, didn't you?
Up to level 5.
Yeah.
Another thing we gotta get to the cube later on.
The cube.
A cube. The dome or the sphere. Oh fuck. The cube. Yeah.
The cube.
I remember then it was later a circular shape, so I had to figure it out.
Oh shit. Isotodecahedron.
It was a different circle.
So I guess we'll get started then. So it was Halloween holidays? Am I right?
Yeah, Halloween midterm, yeah.
Year.
I think.
So that's 2 years after our conversation. It was 2019, wasn't it? And
So yeah.
it was over the October holidays that a group of us, there was Owen, Aaron, Mac, and Sean were there.
Joe was in the mainland.
Yeah, Joe was somewhere else. Where was Joe?
He's
Portugal,
in Portugal. He's on the continent, yeah.
Yeah, so he was on the continent. And he tried to call, but the internet was very bad. So he
Shocking.
so it didn't really work out.
He minded the cart throughout the entire session.
He was very good at minding the cart. And we began then the campaign, the Lost Mine of Phandelver, where they fought the goblins. We instantly the first meme was crossbows. You use crossbows. It was
Ray Frost.
Ray Frost, yeah.
That's a good username. I'm sorry.
Who is this?
Great to see you.
Oh, that's a good username.
So not a clue.
No.
But Ray Frost was used like 100 million times.
It was the only offensive spell Gargan used.
Yeah.
It was because it was a cantrip.
Exactly. Cantrips are so valuable at level 1.
Yeah.
So that led us on then to the end of that battle, and where we met our good boy. What was his name? Oh.
Piss Pants.
Yeah.
No,
what was
his
his real
name
name?
wasn't Piss Pants.
What was his real name?
I don't know what his real name was.
It was like
It was something quite formal or something. It was quite proper.
What the flex what is going on?
Okay, don't. Please stop.
Yeah. But
What the hell is that?
it was Duncan. Yeah, Duncan was his name. Wasn't it?
Duncan, yeah.
No, Piss Pants just rolls off the tongue easier, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I prefer to remember him as Duncan.
Yeah. Well,
Duncan
was the first power trip of the party.
No, it wasn't.
No, he was the first power trip of Crixus.
Yeah, let's be real here. Of the party, no.
Nah,
It's
none.
gonna hurt people.
Was it not the drunken farmer guy who can't get a sentence out for his life, and Crixus just wanted to throttle him as soon as we saw him on the road? Wasn't he the first?
Oh, the donkey, yeah. You know, I went to push him over.
Yeah.
Poor
Push
guy.
over the old man.
And that was about half an hour before we met Duncan. So-
Yeah, well, he'd met
Never
up.
referred to
You
it.
would-
It's true.
Oh yeah, that poor guy with Drake the farmer. Poor old Drake the
Is there
farmer.
more of him, John? Is there more of him?
Well, you met him again. Do you remember?
I know, but is there more to come? I guess
No.
can't say.
I can't be saying. What am I gonna say? It's like, oh yeah, he might be coming soon. He'll be coming in 3 sessions time. Yeah.
He's a good.
um,
He's
I'm
actually a
just gonna get
god.
the
He's
wrong.
gonna be the final BBG, the very last. He got so pissed off that he learned magic.
a freaking Scooby Doo episode. It's like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Livo, you're guilty. Takes off the mat. Drake the farmer.
And then we still
Yeah.
behead him. We still behead him. That's just it.
Okay.
Dear Lord.
Was he a dragon?
He was a person.
No, his name was
Oh, I think.
his name was Drake.
Oh, I thought you said dragon.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh no,
Drake the farmer.
Drake the farmer.
Jesus,
Sorry.
Sean, clean out your ears.
Elders.
You out them there ears now, on you.
Jesus.
Yeah. So then you had to do the first dungeon.
He did it.
It wasn't too hard, was it?
No, but we didn't have Joe, who's our cleric, so we very nearly died.
Yeah, your health was not great. And you didn't go into the room with 6 goblins in it, which was
Thank
great.
Jesus.
Yeah, you got away alive, to be fair. I think, yeah, I didn't want to kill you in your first session, to be fair. So I was kind of glad that that didn't happen. Yeah, because you got very low on health. Like, there was a few instances where like you were quite low. I remember who got really low.
I presume Gargan got really low.
Probably Gargan, yeah.
Gargan always gets really Gargan always gets really low. He's gone. He's 6 foot under
So
now.
low he died.
Still short, you know. He's just
Oh,
getting
he's
low the whole
6
time.
foot on the floor.
Yeah. Oof. But yeah,
We had to rescue. We had to rescue someone.
you met Calder Swornhand.
Yeah.
No, you didn't meet Calder
No, we
Swornhand.
didn't.
You know
No.
what am I saying? Oh, let me get his name up.
It was
Sildar Hallwinter.
Sildar Hallwinter.
Yeah, we love Sildar Hallwinter. He was like a, yeah, he took this character a lot. Like he kind of did a whole fanfic with him and the
yeah.
mayor.
What?
That was very funny.
Yeah, he got himself and one of his buds were a cute couple.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, you were shipping him so hard that like John started to subconsciously make it happen.
Yeah, I couldn't help you. You.
I do believe that was the birth of this check.
Yeah, that was the birth of the penis chick too.
Oh,
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I'm so glad it died.
I'm so glad.
that died. Yeah.
You know what I'm glad
Bring back.
died?
I think we should bring back penis check.
No, we should.
No.
Yeah, we
You
should.
know what else I'm glad died?
You know we should.
Every 5 minutes, Crixus and Broden turning to each other and going, better than sex.
Yeah.
Which is the character.
I nearly take that back. I nearly take the better than sex back.
Oh yeah.
It was so annoying. Literally, anytime something happened, like they found a cask at one point and they took one sip, and they turned to each other and go, better than sex.
And then yeah, that was well into the campaign. That was near the end of the first
Yeah.
season. I think that was like
Yeah.
the session before the end of the first season.
that was Duff times anyway. That was Duff times.
That was Double Times, yeah. So we're going too far ahead of
That's
ourselves.
too far. That's I'm sorry.
Yeah. So after
Jump the gun.
rescuing Sildar Hallwinter from the cave with the goblins,
Sniff, sniff.
he ended up going to the tube, which basically was hatched when the lads were like, "Oh, we really want to play D&D," and I was like, "Sure, you want to do a one shot and keep your characters?" I was like, "Yeah,"
We're hooked on that shit like Harold.
and I said I'd be half an hour, and it was the most productive half an hour I've ever had.
Fuck the leave insert. This.
Screw the leave insert. The leave insert went out the window because there was a D&D to be played. And
Absolutely.
we had our first tube session. Who was at the first tube session?
I think I was. What was
There
it?
was only 3. There was only 3. It was
Yeah.
Mac, Owen,
What was
and
the
Aaron.
session again?
It
It
was
was-
the cricket woman.
Oh, cricket lady.
The cricket lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cricket lady.
So
that was
you
it.
you went up into the dome. You spent way too long in the dome for what it was worth, because it was just 2 doors.
Shot.
And
So
there's
you
a
didn't know
man
what was
selling
going
pots.
on.
He bought a pot. Aaron, didn't you buy a helmet pot thing?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did,
The
yeah.
bucket, yes. It was the bucket seller. There was a bucket vendor. There was random vendors in the tube in various stages.
I know, we just needed to play D&D, so we were stretching it out like.
Yeah.
And get groans anytime anybody mentions any sort of idea for a new campaign.
Yeah. But yeah, so we went to the tube and you ended up in this pub or a bar where you were given the quest to win the heart of this woman who was at the bar. Pretty simple. And you were desperately, desperately bad.
Oh yeah.
So bad.
Gargan and Aesir were. Gargan wasn't even trying.
No,
Gargan
Gargan was
wasn't
trying to steal
Gargan-
wine.
Yeah.
Gargan stole a bottle of dark elf wine or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. There
Yeah.
was this absolute beefcake who came in who was looking for you in like a
That's
sexy
because
way.
Gargan got bored and just tried to leave. And then threw some ball bearings out into the street and tripped someone up. When the dude looked over, when the guy looked over to him, Gargan flipped him off and closed the door, and the guy came in.
Yeah, oh, that
And they
was
started flirting.
strange.
That was madness.
But in the end, it was Marson who used
From
his
my
wings
memory. Oh my god.
to
You got some fat fucking
actually
rolls.
finally, and that's when you got the microphone of all speaking,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
which was a key plot hook thing for a later character.
Yeah.
Yes. Versus Soul.
So basically, the consciences of the players stayed in the tube, but there was also most of their conscience was in the mortal realm. So they went into the village of Fandalen
Home away
for
from
the
home.
first time. Home from home. Realistically, it was your new home,
Mm.
and you did a little bit of exploring. You left Crixus in the cart.
How we fucked up there.
What did you do that session? I'm trying to remember.
But we
I think
well,
we were
we-
just looking around the place.
no, we
finding
went
prizes
we
and
went
stuff.
chatting to the owner of the inn,
Oh, yeah,
and
and
she
you-
told us to sod off and figure out this thing with the red brands, and then kill a bunch of them, and just things spiraled.
Then you went to the miners thing, the miners little kind of guild, and completely forgot it existed.
Gargan was dead at this point, wasn't he?
Not yet. He
No.
died at the end of the second session.
It was the introduction to Darren was
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Gargan's death.
Yeah, so it was after you'd explored all the village, and then the 4 members of the Red Brands came to attack you.
We know Crixus.
No Crixus.
Yeah. No Crixus.
You were all very new to combat. We were all very new to combat.
Yeah.
And so
Did we have Marcel actually? I don't remember.
we did have Marson, yeah.
You did, yeah.
Oh, no. I thought Max wasn't
But
there.
No, I was there.
no, Max was there, yeah. The only person missing was
There's
Crixus.
only
Yeah,
yeah, it was only
John.
John. John missed that one.
but
That's
Yeah.
why we left him in the car.
nicely done, boys.
You fucked
Uh,
up now. Now you have fucked up.
So that led to the death of Gargan. Gargan died in battle.
Oh, it was
It was devastating
Ray of
because
Frost.
you were used to winning every time, and it had only been 3 times you'd won, but it's just something that, even though it was so early on, you lost the character, and it was. I felt bad. Like.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not looking forward to a PC death, I'm not gonna lie.
Never.
Yeah. It was difficult, but we got through it, and what was it? Darren came down and she started playing Darren Ederma, which was their
Second mother. Our second
yeah.
mother, essentially.
and played what was it? Sweet Home
Sweet Home.
Alabama.
Yeah. Gargan was from the south, for those of you. Well, not from the south, but had a southern
Had a
accent.
southern accent, so we thought it fitting.
Okay,
Darren thought it fitting to play Sweet Home Alabama in his honor, as he was burned. You burned
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
with all of his stuff.
Without his wishes, by the way. He never asked to be cremated. He just burned him.
Okay, what? He probably wanted to be thrown into it like a strip club for his death, and I say that would have been it.
Yeah, he never had any final wishes or final instructions. He just fucking burned him.
They couldn't let him rot in the middle of the street.
You could pay him.
Yeah.
We didn't have the shovels.
Yeah, you were lacking a shovel, so you decided to burn him up.
How do we know he wanted to be buried?
Yeah.
Because that's the normal thing to do, unless
Maybe
someone
Gargi was
specifically
claustrophobic.
asks to be cremated.
Maybe Gargo was claustrophobic.
Maybe that's like the normal like ritual in whatever to be cremated.
Yes, because with the overpopulation that is in Fandal and the lack of space for burial,
Yes.
everyone gets cremated.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
It's the wide open fields. The wide open fields have to be fields.
I too wish to be put in a strip club of
Yes, Jenna. Why just death, though? Come on.
On life and death, time strip club.
Jeez. But yeah, that was a big turning point. Where we realized, oh god, this is not just fun. This can hurt us too. And
Your actions have consequences.
oh no! How are we getting on, Paul?
He's cutting well.
It's looking good.
It is looking well.
I just can't
Yeah, it's
unsee
awful
him
messy.
with like being perfect.
With what?
Sorry,
He
what?
has to. He has to be perfect.
Life's a strip club, guys.
But it's cheap, sweaty, dark, and full of alcohol. Probably not right.
Cheap, sweaty, dark, full of alcohol.
Oh, that's so bad.
What are you on about?
Oh, is it just must be thrown into a strip club upon day.
Oh, of course.
The robe is coming on well. I like the colour.
Yeah, that was a lucky mix. It's
Oh.
I mixed that just literally right there with a dark blue and a red, and it actually came out the color I wanted.
Good.
Go figure.
So what are we
Yeah.
planning on doing the eyes, or what colour? What colour are you planning on doing the eyes?
On the robe, I think red,
Red, fair.
but his
Like a
actual
brighter red,
eyes,
is
yeah.
Do different
like a-
colors.
I could also do different colors, but I feel like blue eyes on the red thing, like his whole thing is kind of being evil. So, but his normal
Yeah.
eyes have to
How
be
many
green.
eyes are there?
I haven't counted. 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 eyes.
Oh, the colours in the rainbow again?
You can have a
Richard
bunch
of York
of them,
gave
yeah.
battle in vain. Oh, there's 7. You can't do the colours of the rainbow. That's a shame.
Oh well.
Can't believe I forgot how many colours are in the rainbow. That's bad.
Oh, I don't know that.
Here.
Does
Here,
anyone
you
know
You
that?
could put black in there and do the Green Vision Pride flag.
The what
Yeah.
vision?
One of the re-envisioned Pride flags
Oh,
has a black
re-envisioned.
strip on it for Black Pride.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So there's the
July
rainbow.
post is gay canon.
Okay,
That
guys.
was.
Yeah.
Gay eyes. Oh wow.
He's in love with murder.
She's in love with murder. That's that's what he defines as.
Homosexual.
Okay.
Max.
Yeah. Chill out.
What colour will the ring be? Like
Orange.
the eyes. So it's gonna be orange. Ah, okay, yeah.
It's like yellowy orange, kind of burning looking. That's how I did it before, anyway.
Yeah. It's gonna come along well. Do you want to show the lads some of the other models as well that you have there? I just see a bunch of them.
Yeah, sure. One by one. Gotta make sure I don't have paint on my hands.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. Oh, he's
Yeah.
so big.
Big boy.
Hold on now. Yeah, there's one. So the colours aren't coming out properly on stream for some reason. They look fine on the
We
phone.
have a small little picture on the right that actually shows it nicely.
Yeah, those pictures
Yeah.
are probably cleaner, but and they all have foam at the bottom now.
Oh, that's a clever idea. Fair play. Yeah, so they'll be moving around smoothly.
Mhm.
Yeah, how long did it take? How long did those ones take? I assume took more time than the rest.
He was actually nice and quick because everything was big enough that I didn't have to worry about getting into like tiny details, you know. I think Freudolf took the longest because he just has so many parts, like all the little straps and like edges of things.
Because he's wearing, Dovtuk is wearing pretty plain clothes. It's just spells.
Yeah.
It's a lovely shade. I love the color of Dovtuk's like gear. It's like
I
a
agree with you.
small green tinge, almost looks like it's stained.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Oh, and Marcin is there.
He's rolling around in wet grass.
Oh, he is.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
I need to do the bases properly. I just have
I'm so excited to use those. Oh my god.
I really hope none of you
I love the confidence that you're all going to be able to use them.
Yeah.
I once again, like with Gargan, like I'm in love with Dovtuk. There's no way I'm not using him again at some point. At least once more.
Yeah.
Snowy Dovtuk, boys. Snowy Dovtuk.
Like he'll show up somewhere.
if I kill Dovtuk, I'm gonna get a lightning strike in the other campaign.
Yeah.
I gotta go collect my washing, so I'll be back.
Nice.
Bye.
Goodbye.
I actually better send you my turtle palace so that you can do that.
Oh, did you get him?
Not yet. But I haven't made like. I just
Oh, cool. Yeah.
bought him.
But Paul, did you say that you were thinking of printing smaller ones to be handled, and then these ones would be like looked at?
Yes, at some stage, but I don't know if that's fully necessary or not.
It just depends. I don't know how, like when you're printing off maps and stuff. I don't know what the typical scale is for printable maps.
They're like twice the size what I think is conventional, but I think they're a nice size at the same time. So
yeah, but you'd want them to fit within the 5x5.
Yeah, true.
5 foot square.
Usually they're 1.5 centimeters.
They're how much?
2.5 by 2.5.
Yeah. Okay. And they're like
The annoying
six
thing
tall.
is though, for the turtle people on Hero Forge, it kind of messes with their back a little bit. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, the shell is weird. It like protrudes out. It's not.
Yeah.
They're not part of the shell. It's like protruding off their back.
Yeah, and also, for some reason, their back caves in instead of out for the shell.
The problem I have with doing them small is that it literally. Okay, hold on. Vampire Man broke, Broden broke, Marcin broke, Asir broke the first time, not any other time. Freudolf broke, and Dovtuk didn't. So literally all of them have, as in taking the supports off, they just would like snap or like. So Marcin, is that his name? The winged fella lost his legs.
Yeah,
he broke at the ankle and the knee and literally fell over. Broden's sickle broke. Asir's flame came off the first time. Actually, both of his arms came off the first time. And
Asir equals Crixus.
yeah, Freudolf's sword. So, yeah.
Does that come from trying to take the supports off, or in the painting process, or what was it that broke them?
Taking the supports off because they just say, if you can imagine, Asir was the biggest pain in the ass, right?
Heyo.
Yeah, if you look down, like literally,
Ass
hold on,
eater.
like that, literally all of that is shot directly to the floor, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're trying to take it off, there's like a literal wall all the way around there that you have to take off, and then like inside this gap where the fire in the hand is, there was stuff always got stuck in there, and trying to pull that out, it would just break stuff, especially on the small ones. Or the one small one I did.
But are the small ones light enough that they don't require as much supports?
No, it's the same supports, just smaller. It probably just takes more time. I have to
But
Yeah,
could you print
too
them without
fast.
supports? Like, because they're not. If they're smaller, they're probably not as heavy,
That
so they wouldn't be as likely to break during a print.
Still no. Like I was trying to print. What was it? It was him, right? And you know, I it was on my story the other day. There was just a massive like. It was like hair, like someone shaved off all their hair and threw it on the floor. Like that's how
Yeah,
it looked. It was just horrible and wrapped. And I think the same thing always happens if it's not supported.
Yeah, no, I know. I get that happens, but that's only if the print fails, isn't it?
Well, the print will fail because there's no supports. It was the same with it was Friedolf's sword. I had to. This is the end of a toothpick where his sword is, instead of it being in its scabbard, because the supports weren't good enough, and it just didn't print right, and it went all weird and wiggly at the end. So.
Paul, Derek Lord in the chat asked, how long roughly would you say it took to paint the previous models?
Oh, I don't actually know. Like, probably two. I'd spend like 2 days on each, but I don't know how long, hours wise.
Yeah.
To be honest, probably like 6 or 7.
In total, 6 hours.
In total, yeah.
So, yeah, so like 2 or 3 hours a day.
Yeah, exactly, for 2 evenings, and then. But that was great fun because I'd be able to print one and then. Yes, weird and wiggly.
Weird and wiggly.
But
undoubtedly, it's a lot of dedication. But
I'm still. It's just so much fun.
They're so cool.
It's so cool.
I very much enjoy it, and I just cannot get over 3D printing as like an actual thing that is possible. You know, that I can literally just like all the like I did this. This was the test print for the thing, and if I put it in focus, like it is. Hold on, go in focus. It's almost impossible to see layers on that. Now, of course, this is the one that they've made, like designed to show off their printer.
Yeah,
but
to show off the printer.
That's ridiculous. Like,
yeah, you can see it on the front little stomach panel area. You can kind of see the layers.
You can.
But in the fur detail is just insane.
And I just can't get over that. And there's no like that's completely hollow on the inside too.
Yeah.
Somehow. It's just crazy to me. Oh, I just dipped my finger in white paint. Oh, you probably saw that on camera.
I was like,
just off to the side there.
I don't think so. Oh yeah, I saw it.
You'll be able to watch it back. Ugh.
So, who else actually has characters that they're thinking of printing? Max, you mentioned your turtle.
My turtle, yeah.
Thank you, pal.
So I haven't printed Ethereal yet, but I have him made as well in case I wanted to.
Actually, Sean, have you got your new character Macca's made up in Hero Forge? No.
Oh yeah. Have you not seen it?
No, I don't think so.
He looks cool. He looks really cool.
I'll get it up.
He originally looked like Iron Man. But
actually, he was in the Iron Man armor, wasn't he?
I changed it.
Oh.
No, it makes more sense what he's wearing now. I kind of hate to leave the stream.
Show us the updated version.
Yeah, it might be even be in the gallery chat.
I'll double check.
Yeah, just jump in. I went to the start. I can't read this.
I'm going to be totally honest. I have no idea how to show you guys. I'm streaming it myself instead of John, so I can do a bit of playing around, but I'm not sure.
With anything, just in case.
So sorry about that. But he's got blue skin and red, black, yellow armor.
I mean, John, before you tell you what's back.
Yeah, when he comes back, I can probably show it.
Actually, odd question for those of you in chat who possibly haven't played D&D. If you were to be, any ideas for first characters?
Oh yeah.
That'd be interesting just to hear that. And I think there's some person in here, Jenna, that would be interesting to see what the first character might be.
She don't even play chess. I don't know why she would join our D&D.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm butthurt.
Aaron, if your dear beloved child Asir were to be killed, what would your next character be?
Oh, I have like a shit ton in the pipeline.
I know. I need you on Hero Forge, but actually, yeah, I do.
I probably go with
Ted Bundy as a first character with Joey. What?
Bundy.
Ted Bundy is Joey's first character.
Oh, God.
If Ted Bundy was a Goliath fire-wielding cult leader, that would be Paul's character, actually.
And why is this?
Because you're an absolute psychopath.
Well, I am now, but originally I wasn't.
Owen, I have a orc barbarian like Vietnam drill sergeant as a concept.
Oh yeah, he looks.
Oh, like a military general.
Yeah.
Shouty dude, kind of.
Very, very quite shouty.
Earlier me, looking ass.
Oh, Jenna said she's not answering because someone's really
because
mean.
Paul is very mean to her. Yeah.
Okay, well, it is what it is.
So what was it? A barbarian?
Orc barbarian.
Orc. Yeah. Okay.
And then I have a tiefling bard as well that I would probably play as the literal Satan, as in just like, as in he fell from. Well, I guess he rose in a sense. But he has to make his way back to being fully Satan. He's just
I actually I was thinking about what if there was a bard character who didn't play an instrument but used just their voice, was like a motivational speaker basically, and ended up just like making a fake cult, pretending to be a messiah and using their bardic charisma, and then pretending to like be a prophet basically. And then got in trouble for it, and now is on the run under a new alias. But like he's trying to keep his identity secret from the old, because if you're making a fucking cult, you're gonna get in trouble. So I think,
really?
Yeah. So now he's on the run from the Empire or whoever's in charge. I don't know. I was just thinking about, why does a bard have to be a musician? Like, why do they because you can use the bard class but not actually play an instrument, just have them be insanely charismatic.
I would have a similar thought process of he would still be playing an instrument, but it would be slapping his own belly.
Oh no!
That was one of my
the spoons.
Like this, it's just some really like off instrument, and not off as in fantasy. I mean, like the spoons, a kazoo,
anti-Jesus,
the hurdy-gurdy,
anti-Jesus in D&D is what Chet says. Yeah, I wanna try to be that little, like, he's like a little gnome kind of fella, and he's a bartender, right? But he overhears a conversation in the start bar, goes round back to the kitchen, gets a meat cleaver, picks up a shield that some random drunk man gave him once, and invites himself along.
That'd be funny, actually.
And there was a frog folk rogue you made once upon a time.
Oh yeah, you told me to make it.
Max and or Sean, what kind of character concepts did you go through when you were making your new characters?
Yeah, what's the thought process actually?
Making Echopath.
No, any character concepts you were going through when you were making your new character to replace Ethel.
I had one before it, I think I told you, the Dunning-Kruger guy, the guy who famously died because of a nat 20.
I've heard tales.
Yes. So he actually was a bard, and he didn't play any instrument. He was like a street rat that masqueraded as like he was supposed to masquerade as another class. So when making attacks, he would have made performance checks. Like,
Oh, cool.
Oh, weird.
yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
it's just kind of an interesting character concept. I didn't end up like pushing through with it because that session we were doing was going to be a first time session. But I think it's
Yeah.
something to be kind of cool that like you tell the party you're one class, and then like you have to keep up that lie for as long as you can, like with only you and the DM knowing, like, and the characters can find out if you mess up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or if you mess up, you have to kind of like play it off.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Like it's kind of like the absurd character, which is like the one he has like one level in every class, but is it jack of all trades, master of none.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes more useful than a master of one. No.
No, I can tell you.
Not him, not him.
Level one carry, like level one of everything is just useless. Like,
Yesterday was the ranger. Today I'm a barbarian. And I'm what I want to be.
what's it? Oh, the game you have, Traveler, is it has a really interesting character creation process. So I'm sure, have you looked into it?
I haven't actually looked into it much, because for those of you who don't know, I have my own campaign that just started a couple of weeks ago.
D&D with no.
Yeah, so it's based on the Icewind Dale book, the new D&D expansion. Not new, but the book that came out in September time. So I've been running that for my past 3. We've just finished our 3rd session last week. So I haven't actually looked into Traveler. I had a look at Boot Hill because I was interested in setting up a session to do for a one-shot at some point if we ever have a couple weeks downtime. Just to have it in the bank in case anyone wants to play while we're taking a break or something, or someone gets busy. But I haven't actually looked at Traveler yet.
The interesting thing about character creation in Traveler is that like you, instead of creating a character, you're actually playing the game while doing it. So you pick what class and what you are, and then you roll your like to muster through challenges that like face. So like graduating, like if you say that you pick like nobility and something like that, you have to like graduate from school, like get a job, and like depending on how you roll, you may like encounter some difficult stuff within it.
Yeah.
Your character can end up being like, you can have everything you want, or you can end up really fucked at like. There's a guy on YouTube called Puffin Forest, and he said that like his players didn't even get past they got to the end of character creation stage, and they didn't want to play because one guy got everything he wanted, and then the 2 other people came out with like hearing impairments. One lost an eye, and like one was like banished from their family because they dishonored their code or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think it's just an interesting means of creating a character, because like it's not to say it's more realistic, but it's like in the way that you don't get everything you want because
Yeah. There's goods and bads, pros and cons, kind of.
Yeah.
No, that sounds cool. I just straight up haven't had time really to look at it.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah, it was either that or Boot Hill, and I thought that the Wild West was probably a better one-shot setting than a dystopian future with space travel and everything going on. It just felt simpler for a new system and a new game and a new setting for just a one-shot.
Yeah. I guess
And like you were saying, the whole character creation, there's a lot of depth that goes into that, whereas with a one-shot, you just kind of
it's kind of more of a throwaway character unless you get really invested. There's not as much kind of emphasis put on your characters.
Yeah.
Definitely not to the extent that you would for a full campaign, anyway.
Yeah, no. Traveler is it's definitely a game that you'd want to play at least like 1 or 2 sessions of. Like you would just, I don't think you'd do a one shot with it.
Yeah.
Ships work in it. Because obviously, in Starfinder, like you got given a ship.
Yeah.
And like, now it's yours to do whatever you want with it. Like you could literally sell it if you wanted to. Well, not this one. But in Traveler, you get these things called ship shares because like if you gave the party a ship, like you would be able to sell it, and like there would be no point in doing the campaign because you would have enough money to put you to be a millionaire for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So you get like things that are called ship shares, which is like percentage of a ship that you
like a company
so you're
stock.
like almost renting your ship.
Essentially, yeah.
You're like owning shares in your ship.
Yeah, and depending on and this links into your character as well, because depending on how good you roll, you get more ship shares.
Oh, I see.
Wow. Yeah. So it links in, and Paul, like the guy who sold it to you, he just seemed so excited, so I had to look into it.
Yeah. Because you got
I don't know whose it is, but I just unmuted the stream for a second, and there's like a really loud computer whirring in the background.
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind of distracting. So I was just wondering.
Okay, I'll try to. That's my 3D printer. I'll try to mute my headphones while I'm not talking.
Sean, you got the spacefaring setting that was made by Wizards of the Coast, didn't you?
Yeah, from the creators of Dungeons and Dragons. Oh god, I need to look into it for reference, for like just so I can steal stuff for Starfinder.
Oh yeah, actually, some inspirations and stuff.
Yeah, Starfinder being like a game created by Paizo, which is like Wizards of the Coast, like version of it's a bit more complex. But,
the Finder series.
Yeah, but equally interesting in its own way, and hopefully we'll get to stream it.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be cool. Again, like I was saying earlier on, another game that's being run at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we manage to get like a Discord up of people who are interested, we could do one shots or every second week or whatever. I don't know.
I'd be happy to.
Once a month or something. Yeah, it'd be so cool though to get a bit of just a larger group, a bit of a community up and running.
I could do Dusk City.
That would go well.
Oh, it would not, but I feel like people would enjoy it. In more of like a chill setting, less of a stream setting.
Yeah.
I don't think you can stream Dusk City.
No, I don't think you could.
Dusk City is a very off-the-cuff game. It's like character creation is 2 steps where you, well, I guess technically 3, where you have a name, a cartel, and a class. You don't have skill scores, you have skill percentages for different skills.
Wait, how do you mean by noise floor? Sorry, someone in the chat said it's 3D printer silent, but we have a noise floor. What does that mean?
I don't know, Genux is just mentioning something in the...
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
To be honest, I don't know what he means.
Is it that there's no, like it's too quiet when it's quiet, or like there's no background noise or something? I am not sure.
I don't know.
Okay, well, sorry to cut across you.
Don't worry about it.
I love how we started this stream for the recap, and we're literally just talking about everything.
I presumed we were waiting for John to get back.
Yeah,
but he's been taking a while. If we want to keep going with the recap, we can.
I know.
To go get his
John probably literally has the session files in front of him, so
he might be
to be more correct.
we'll just have to edit it together.
Here you go, folks. This is the utter distraction that is D&D.
Yeah.
You will not be able to focus the entire game.
Where's he going?
He went
Yeah,
to
watch
Just
yes.
Oh yes. I
like
remember now.
a responsible individual.
Where did we leave off the
Yeah,
recap?
episode 2.
Yeah, Gargan had died.
We have to meet Franklin now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next session actually was at Sean's house, wasn't it?
Was it? It might have
Yeah, because I remember I was sitting there.
Oh,
we were in like a semicircle, and I was just sitting there, and he looked at me and was like, we were like 15 or 20 minutes into the thing, and he was like, "Well, do you want to explain yourself?" And literally just like everyone looking in the room staring at me. Whatever happened? You were talking to Darren, and you were looking for advice or something on how to be an adventuring group, was it?
No, you got twisted to do like nightmares and evil things. Was it not?
Yeah,
Wait.
you got possessed or something. You got mind controlled. Chris twisted.
No, that was.
No.
Was I there for? Was Dufluck at that point?
I think.
No, we fought. So we'll get back to this in finer detail. But we fought Crixus, and then we knocked him out, and then Darren told us earlier after like Gargan's like funeral thing that she wanted to chat to us anyway at her house. So we picked up Crixus's unconscious body, went through her orchards, and then there was this big fucking fear ball hiding amongst the trees.
And when did you meet Francis the Kenku?
I'm not sure.
He helped you with the fight because he was the one who knocked out
he did.
Crixus.
Yeah, no, I knocked him out twice, and then he knocked me. Yeah.
I think you have to do it.
I say we wait for John to get back to explain that in better detail because he probably has it in better detail. I'd say.
I remember it well enough. I remember one thing that I didn't do. I remember I didn't use that fire elemental stone that I got.
Damn it!
Yeah, so.
Don't you say damn it, that shit won us the war in Vandalen.
Yeah, that would have killed us.
Yeah, actually, I might need John here because me and John had a one-to-one session. Obviously, because I missed the big one.
Yeah.
I fell asleep in the car. So tired.
Josie.
Rosie. Yeah, what was your man's name?
The evil guy.
Okay,
Evil
you were
Evil Wizard.
the spider dude.
Yeah.
Spider.
No, the one below.
Glassstaff.
Glassstaff. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah, you murdered him.
Oh yeah.
You went ham on him. Oh my god.
You scraped his face on the mirror or something like that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god. Fucking hell.
Yeah, that was one of Crixus's finest moments.
When were mirrors invented?
A while ago, I'd say.
I would assume in a magic world, mirrors would be there. Like, here, I'll
I don't know, because we've encountered many mirrors on our travels, but
1835.
Why should this
oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. That's okay. Well, Crixus shattered the steel that was reflective. No.
I feel like they were around before that. Yeah, there was. But yeah, there was reflective discs of bronze, copper, silver, or other metals used from the Bronze Age, but silver-backed glass mirrors.
There's that really
were
famous Renaissance
used.
painting with a guy painted in the mirror, like a wedding or something like that, isn't there? Or a marriage. That was done through a mirror, I think.
I don't know.
Oh, the Jan van Eyck one, of the couple and the dog and the bed and the.
You could have said, I don't know, just a different name entirely. And I would say,
He didn't say that, Jenna. Jenna is lying.
No, I
trying
believe
to-
Jenna. I believe Jenna.
Shut.
I
No,
cat
you're
person
just.
or a ball person?
What?
Oh, silver-coated metal mirrors were developed in China as early as 500 CE.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, they're pretty old.
Yeah, the Chinese were way ahead. Sure, they had guns before everyone as well.
I don't think
Guns
I
or
don't think they
something.
had guns, but they had the gunpowder.
I thought they were the first ones to like pioneer basic muskets.
No, I don't think so, because the British came in and stole it, and then came back with the guns and got them addicted to opiates, and then was like, "Yeah, we're gonna take all your stuff."
D&D history.
And that's how
Who would have thought we were-
That's how Hong Kong was born.
D&D history is real history.
Toby's here and said he doesn't like you.
Yeah, well, that's just a lie. I'm on
I
the
don't think so.
phone.
I've heard him say it.
I believe it.
I'm literally on the phone to Toby right now. Toby's the cat, by the way. Toby is not a real person that's just showed up and is shit talking me.
Who's more human, Toby or Paul?
Mac, what kind of characters did you go through when you were making your turtle?
So,
Is he paladin?
yeah, paladin.
Yeah.
So, I was. There was like it was. He was kind of pretty functional. Like my ideas were. I didn't want to be squishy. First of all.
Yeah, Toby is a real person. Screw you, Bob.
I didn't want to be squishy, first of all, and we needed heals in the group since we were kind of struggling on that front after Marcin died,
Yeah.
and we only had the one, like Broden was the only healer, and so we were kind of like rough on heals, and also.
Yeah, see, that's
the other
one
thing
thing I run into with Dovtuk is that he can use Healing Spirit and Healing Word up as far as whatever level spell, like 6th level spell or 7th level spell. But he's one of the main damage outputs as well. That it just like, because he in as well with the utility that he has as well, stuff like Hold Person and Spike
Yeah, that
Growth
was...
and Tangle and
What is that?
everything that
Like?
he can do.
See, what I think we learned last session is that D&D is not made for PvP.
No, it's not.
It's
Not at
literally
all.
just not like...
Well, see, yeah, this is the 5th edition, so there's been 5 different. Technically, there's been 5 different D&D games.
Okay.
Like, these are all like sequels.
I thought
fourth
they were more
edition-
like expansions.
No, they're completely different.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, people rag on 5e because the combat is meant to be really boring. But all the books, like the player's handbooks and everything that we use, they're only relevant for 5th edition.
Mhm.
If you wanted to
I've
play
obviously
4th
noticed
edition,
that.
if you wanted to play 4th edition, it wouldn't be completely different, but it is technically a different system, and you'd need different base books and stuff to learn how to run it. I'm not exactly sure the precise differences, but I do remember that a lot of shit is about 1.1e 1.0 is that it's ruthless in killing player characters, and that the most common tool used in 1st edition is actually a 10-foot long pole. Because there's so many traps. Poison in 1e kills you instantly.
Oh
So
my.
any sort of
Oh,
poison
shit.
trap, if you fail a save, you die.
Dark Souls of D&D right there.
Yeah, exactly. So like people would just walk around with a 10-foot long wooden stick and poke at stuff and set off traps before they walk into the room. Yeah.
Bro.
Because poison is an insta-kill in 1e apparently. From what I've heard.
That's a bit crazy.
Which edition is Advanced D&D?
Advanced D&D was an expansion to 1st edition.
Okay, because I have the Oriental Adventures for that one, which I only read there when you were speaking about it.
Yeah.
It looks...
Dark Lord seems to have some info as well.
Yeah, I saw that. He says that 4th edition, the Warforged had their own classes. However,
Yeah.
5th, only the base Warforged was kept as a playable character.
I noticed that as well when I'm playing a Warforged in a different campaign, and
Because it's not a class anymore, it's a race, I guess, if it was a class
But-
in 4th edition.
yeah, but originally even the race
They
you
had
could
their-
choose okay, my Warforged wasn't just a Warforged, it was a combat Warforged, or it was a Recon
Yeah, there's like,
Warforged or whatever.
Yes, so there wasn't. It feels like now the Warforged is like a standard humanoid.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot
that
more
you choose a different class.
broad.
Yeah, I'd say before there was like different marks or different models for Warforged, and you were limited to however many there was.
No, I'm not sure if that is when they were like whatever the equivalent of in beta was, or if that was in a different edition of D&D, but that used to be how they were.
Yeah, so like there's been a lot of different D&D editions. 5e has been the most popular one because of how popular it is on the internet, really,
And how old is
and
it?
social media and stuff. 5e, it's a good few years old now. How old? It was released in 2014.
Damn, it is very new. So,
Yeah.
like considering.
Mm. But I mean, like people are talking about how they need to come out with 5.5 edition and 6th edition within the next few years, or else they're going to shoot themselves in the foot.
Damn.
Wizards of the Coast's releasement editions. There will almost definitely be a 6th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, says Wizards.
Oh damn.
But yeah, like stuff like Geek and Sundry with our shows and their coverage of Critical Role and stuff, that kind of catapulted 5th edition into the spotlight. Because I mean, like, how many views does Critical Role have? Hold on. Yeah, the first episode of Campaign 2 has 11 million views.
Oh my god.
And that video, that entire VOD is 3.5 hours long.
Damn.
The first episode of the first edition has 15 million views.
That is a bit crazy.
Yeah,
didn't
and that's
realize
for
it was-
like that's for D&D. That's meant to be like, this is meant to be the get shit on nerds, you're so uncool kind of hobby. But like 11 and 15 million views.
I mean, it's
It's
always
kind of-
the same. Like anything that's super popular will always have not a majority, but a huge number of people that just look for reasons to hate it.
Yeah.
Like no matter what it is, and it's always the what is it? Not the silent majority, the literal opposite.
hmm
The
Ragging on
loud-
something just because it's popular.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm guilty of that myself, but like, who isn't?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, it's like 6th edition will be coming at some point. So it'll be interesting to see how it changes, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll make it more PvP orientated so that I won't just get held up for 2 rounds of combat and lose like 150
Well, see, the thing is,
health.
yeah, that's what you call turn economy, so, or action economy. So what the thing is, it was however many, like 6 or 7 of us versus 1 of you.
Yeah.
So for each one turn that you had, for one main action that you had, we had 7.
Yeah, your action had to be 7 times better. Like.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, you're back.
Yeah, sorry.
Hello.
Every dryer in the place is broken.
Oh,
Are you serious?
No
Every
way.
single dryer broke at the same time.
nice.
What you reckon?
So,
Someone broke them.
Yeah, revolution.
I can
I doubt
halfway
it.
relate because in my accommodation, my entire like there's like the different areas like residence, and I'm in Belgrove basically, and the Belgrove laundry
You're
is
gonna-
completely out of order, so you can't use it at all.
Oh, what?
You're gonna dox yourself now,
So I
Max.
have to go all the way to another residence to get it.
Yeah, Mac. Paul said you're gonna dox yourself.
Like literally. Yeah.
But
Right,
yeah,
I mean,
no,
that's
It is
active on the
annoying.
list. We know where Max lives.
Yeah.
Just stuck out Belgrove.
yeah, my radiator.
There's like-
just,
There's literally like 40 apartments. It's fine.
Someone clip that.
what?
Clip-
Someone
clip
clip that.
Clip that.
No, fuck off.
Have we got any clips at the moment?
Ma-
actually?
I don't know, actually.
Max's PO box is right outside his dorm door. You can just leave all the gifts there.
Oh yeah, don't worry, guys.
You're gonna and maybe less bombs, more gifts.
Less bombs. that kind of less like that.
Less poop, more chocolate, please.
Less kind of gives the impression. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Nice one.
Stick to what you're good at, Paul.
Hey.
Paint away.
Yeah. Paint,
Oh,
paint.
McGinnis returned.
I have indeed, yeah. The dryer stopped working, so I've all my clothes on the radiator.
Brilliant.
Yeah, like it
On
was
the
only a wipe, so
radiator.
it's fine. Yeah, so it's gonna be a cold old night. It's gonna be
Ouch.
soaking up the heat. Which will look
Dare
at
I
fucking you.
ask what the challenge was that Jenna claims is a challenge to Max?
To find out where he lives, I think.
Oh,
Oh,
Right.
probably, yeah.
that's not.
Yeah. Find out where I live and find poop.
Can we tell them it's the moon? Can we not tell them that?
Well, he literally already said the name of the village that he's staying in.
Yeah, so-
Like what accommodation village?
Well,
No, what segment of the accommodation village he's staying in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not ideal. Is it a big place, Max?
Yeah, there's about 40 houses, like.
That's big, like.
Yeah, and there's
Yeah,
like 7.
You guys have no
Accommodation
chance of finding him, guys. Don't even bother looking.
Don't try.
Actually,
Yeah.
no, don't even try.
Yeah, I think there's a similar amount up here. Not sure. I'm not gonna be stupid and say where mine is or what it is.
Coolsville.
I live in
villages
Coolsville,
are
yeah.
there if they're all if they're around the same that size. Can we speak? How many accommodation villages are there in Belfast then?
There's one village and 2 apartment blocks, like 2 like massive, like 15 odd or 16 story buildings.
Whoa.
Oh shit!
Yeah, BT1,
Damn.
BT2, and BT9.
So much for not
Here's
doxing
the-
yourself.
For sure, I didn't tell you which one.
Yeah,
I am.
he didn't say which he's in.
Yeah, but that's only 3 buildings they have to scope out.
But where?
Yeah, but they could.
You don't even know where in the world this is.
Look for the one that smells of curly fries.
It smells of curly fries.
Actually,
Yeah.
you can't scope yet, but you're suspended, so.
Oh.
Might as well
Oh,
just stay at home, like.
Um,
Yeah, John got caught doing lines of cocaine off the toilet seat.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Man, I have a project tomorrow. It's due in like 2 hours. Let's get off.
That's a
Actually,
lie. That didn't actually
here-
happen.
Yeah, it
Oh,
didn't
Don was not on coke.
here's a story, about the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
Last night, someone from outside of the flat, managed to get a microwave rice packet in through our window, opened and just poured it out into our bathroom.
What the fuck?
Just a load of rice in our tube.
And
Why?
Did that inspire like rats or like cockroaches or
Probably.
No, just rice.
just rice?
Just right. It's just
rice.
Yeah.
Toilet rice.
Fixed any problems he had with technology.
What?
Hell yeah. Rice technology. Same thing.
The
Yeah.
toilet is clogged. They poured rice into it. They fixed it.
No, rice overnight fixes all the technology, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Shove it in some rice.
Ah yes. So when the world is an EMP, we soak it in rice.
Yeah.
Exactly, and also, if your computer's kind of heating up, you just need to pour rice inside.
Yeah,
the
Pour
motherboard.
rice
Fine.
into it, yeah.
And then if your computer like explodes and it shuts down, fried rice. You're-
Fried rice.
Fried rice, yeah, it explodes and pours fried rice all over the room.
So that means you need to make sure to crack an egg in it just in case that happens.
Put the
Cooking
vegetable-
egg on your PC, it's so hot.
Imagine. Oh,
Usually when it gets too hot, I just pour water on it.
well, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's
Fair
great
play.
actually. So they made computers out of that, like water cooled, so out of that whole.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My
Just
PC.
water cooling.
Definitely need his revenge for making her eat plain rice. I never even thought of
That's
that.
pretty true. Yeah.
I need to send an accusatory message now.
Accusatory, big word.
Use it to each one.
Accusatory, same difference.
No, Sean.
Accusation.
Oh, you've also have you seen this video of the guy put beans in his computer and he asked people to come fix it and they open it. He's like, this is full of beans, and he's like, is this the computer? And he's like pointing at one of the beans. It's like, is this the processor? That's a bean, sir.
That's a bean, sir.
But you
This
really
is
want
food. This is food.
That's not a
Beans.
computer. That's food.
This is food. This is beans.
Remember the one
Yeah,
with
Gus
the,
Johnson cooking a mac and cheese on his MacBook.
Oh no.
Cooking mac on the Mac.
You have a lawyer design over.
Oh, John, thank you.
Get the rice laws up now.
Yeah, what are the laws of rice?
Cease and desist to your rice pouring in my bathrooms, please.
If I'm going to cook mac and cheese on the Mac, is the Mac cooking mac on a Mac?
Yeah.
Oh. Are the new Macs basically cheese graters?
Oh, we've got a genius in chat. Holy shit.
Oh, dude. Yeah, that
Oh
was
my
a...
god.
Ariane, that is too true, like.
My
Yeah.
fucking god, have we gone off topic?
Yeah, where... Did you talk much more about the...
We talked about D&D and tabletop games as a whole, but we didn't.
Yeah, we were talking about some character concepts, what Sean and Max went through when they were making their new characters.
You listen to about half of my concept and then just like yeet into 5e and 1e.
Sorry, Max.
We got off topic.
Now we're
Yeah,
talking
pretty
about
off topic.
So, let's get back on.
Yeah, I'm happy too. So...
Start of episode 3, I think now?
Yeah, so the Crixus session,
Yeah.
I would imagine.
I'm being
Gargan just died.
Yeah, Gargan had died. So in the meantime, Crixus woke up in the car. On his own, with his new comrades, friends, whatever you want to call them, just gone. So he walked about the village and eventually came across this man who went by the name of Glassstaff.
Him, that's the name.
Yeah, and Glassstaff basically said, "Oh, come on in, I'll give you a place to stay and all this. And you can help me if I help you and all this." And he agreed and he went to the lair, which was in Tresender Manor. And they had a discussion. He was told not to sneak around. He decided to sneak around. He nearly died. He got to 1 HP, if I'm not mistaken.
You forgot about the it wasn't the mind flare, it was the something else. What was it? It had one eye that looked into my soul.
Oh yeah, this is the 1 HP thing. This is where you got knocked into 1
Oh,
HP.
is
It
it?
was the what was the name of that yoke?
It began.
What are they called? Let me pull up the monster manual.
Is it gonna take 4 years?
It will take 4 years, like it literally will. Didn't it begin with T?
Nothic.
Nothic, yeah, Nothic. So it didn't
Oh,
begin
they're
with T.
freaky looking.
Yeah, so that was what Crixus came across as a level 2 character on his own.
Oh no.
And I didn't die. 'Cause I
You
ran
didn't
away.
die. You nearly killed him.
Wait, did I?
You
Damn.
did a lot of damage to him. But you didn't win out in the 1v1. You know how close you came to getting Marston's sword?
How close?
It was in that chest.
Oh yeah, and I failed a sneak check, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would have been Crixus White Hawk Alvix.
Crixus Whitehawks Alvix.
We would have seen the sword and said, give it to Merson, be nice.
Oh no, I would have given it to Mercy. That's the thing.
Yeah, the sword Talon
Yeah.
became iconic among the party. He liked Talon a lot.
No, good fuck.
Yeah, you love that old boy. Max, you enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
So, Crixus, you nearly died, but then Glassstaff found you and found that you were sneaking about and got angry at you. So he charmed you.
Yeah.
and told you to deal with this new group.
Yes, and then we had a tube session where a metagame would be better.
Oh yeah, tube session then happened where you decided to go into a crystal vault, or like you decided to do one where about crystals, where you have to solve a
the puzzle.
I don't think I was there for that one actually.
You were
No,
very.
you weren't. I remember. You very were not.
Yeah.
It was Owen, Sean, and Aaron.
Yeah.
No, Owen, Sean, and Max, yeah.
I was
Sean.
there as well. Yeah.
I think it was just 3 of you.
Yes. I think
Was Joe at any of the
three
tube
of us.
sessions?
I don't think Broden actually ended up in the tube sessions. No.
No, he didn't actually, because he didn't have that cutscene with Dimitri.
No. Yeah. But yeah, that one was hard. It was a puzzle. It was a TEDx puzzle.
Yeah, I'd seen the video before, but I couldn't.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, I didn't know what to recite the solution off my head.
That's fair. Like you don't learn the
Exactly.
transcripts of every YouTube video you watch. They start to use your brain.
You don't?
Do you? Can you start reciting some interesting YouTube content for us? Probably better than what we're talking.
Enjoy my free gift card giveaway.
Amazon gift code, Amazon gift code, Amazon code, bang, bang.
NordVPN.
But now,
Decided to reply to a scam email, and this is what happened.
Oh, James Beach.
Like, he's so funny.
He's hilarious. Oh, so funny.
We're getting derailed again, sorry.
Yeah.
No.
It's entire beam.
Paul, off you go. On the top.
According to all known laws of aviation, there's no way a beach will fly or something.
Or something.
Its wings are too small
That's
to
so
hold up
dumb,
its
yeah.
little body or something. I don't know.
That's not true at all.
Is it not?
No.
Oh man. I trusted the B movie.
Code, Amazon.
yellow, black, yellow, black. Ooh, black.
Audible Skillshare, yeah.
Anyway, guys, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow.
Oh yeah.
It's like D&D, but on your phone. And not really.
Not really, yeah.
And they have Elijah Wood.
Yeah, they have Elijah Wood in the ads.
They have him at gunpoint.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's like, oh, what's his
Idris
name?
Elba's guy.
Idris
Crystal
Elba's guy,
Puzzle.
yeah.
we did a tube crystal puzzle where there was
Crystal Maze.
some monk dudes told us that the world was going to end, and we had to put the right crystals in the right slots or chambers or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was to do with lying and tricking.
Yeah.
And eventually you did solve it at the end, and then you had to fight the apprentices.
Yeah.
It was just kind of to extend that thing at a time. And
Just to get that staple of one combat session per
yeah.
session, yeah.
Yeah. To be honest though, I don't mind. What are your opinions on, like, is combat a necessity in D&D?
I think so.
No, I don't think so. I think it can get pretty boring sometimes, especially if there's too many involved, and you're waiting an hour between your turns. It can take you out of the game a little bit.
I can sort that out for you.
There's a certain, I guess there's a certain love to there's a certain love to letting a nat 20 anything, but like on a critical hit on a very fucking difficult enemy, like getting that in combat. It's not feeling like that.
Well, yeah, it like with anything, it depends on how you do it. Like the combat session for the final blow of killing the big bad evil guy is like, it's a lot more important than the third combat session of a
Goblins.
group of bandits that try to attack you on the highway. Like it's the same as like role playing your fifth night in a row, eating in the tavern, doing the same thing over and over again. There's no point in role playing that.
I think there has to be a balance, because equally just looking around, talking to people, finding something out, going to talk to someone else, like I find that equally as boring. If
Like,
if it is
fighting for the sake of
balanced.
fighting is the same as role playing for the sake of role playing. There needs to kind of be a purpose behind what you're doing, or else it's not going to feel immersive or fun.
Yeah, there does need to be a balance on it. But a lot of times, you know, it's very easy to make combat just a roadblock,
Yeah,
just to kind of delay you from getting from point A to point B.
yeah,
True.
Because it's difficult to make traditional combat interesting.
it is. Yeah, and it's difficult to be inventive sometimes, especially with trying to do what you're trying to work with what you're given.
Exactly.
In
And of course, you can be left on the spot as well in a place that you have not completed at all.
no, which is something that I expected to happen more frequently as my campaign goes on.
Yeah, these things happen. But what do you think of the MA one?
I think it's good. I think starting with a book story to run, it gives it a lot of structure, and it really does help because it gives you enough structure that you know what you're doing and how you're preparing, but you can also you have the freedom to make adjustments and change some stuff up, and alter some things.
Exactly.
Like that last session that we did, that was none of that was in the book. That was all written from me.
Oh damn.
Seriously,
No.
that was savage.
None of that was pre-written. Yeah. So like, that was just a little test to see to what extent I could flesh out a town that there's not a whole lot written for, and how much I could keep isolated within one town. Like, I could have just said you woke up the next morning and Torgas had moved, the caravan was gone, because they heard something in the tent the night before and got scared. Like, I could have just been I could have just been so mean and just been like, okay, you're done with this town, so let's move on. But I decided to try see what I could do, keeping ye in one town and building off of where you already were, as opposed to just doing the trope of, okay, well, you spoke to the speaker, you did what they asked you to do, and now you can leave, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Right,
'cause I think we do
what
kind
about
of.
Sorry, go ahead. No.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Do it.
I was just gonna say, and did you completely come up with the ramshackle itself, or was that something that was written about?
No, the fact that the ramshackle was there, like on the map, was in the book, but everything else about it I came up with.
Like the inside of it being like a dome. Something like that.
It was a closed in. No, that the story of the owner, that was how he died, but how like the specifics of what happened, I came up with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah,
because it's. Go on.
Oh, Jesus.
But you kind of do fall in love with with certain places. Like our party, I think the party kind of enjoyed Lonelywood. I like Lonelywood as a place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like I do intend on going back there at some stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
like
doing up the ramshackle. Like
without wandering daily, Sean, what we've done is we've gone into an old inn, and we've cleared it out. We're going to see if we can make a business of it, which is something that apparently Owen, like, that isn't actually a thing that we're meant to be able to do, you know, which I think that's so cool.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but it's just not written in the book. Like,
Yeah, that's so cool.
and the fact that the man you were hunting, like all that kind of stuff, that was all come up with. And I kind of used that place because there was no designated inn, and he didn't need any sort of warmth, so that kind of place was a pretty good shelter for him. And it was like, I felt it was obvious enough that you could take a guess and take a look at it, but not obvious enough that they were standing outside the door when you arrived in town. That it was kind of like, yeah, this is abandoned. He's been seen walking around without needing to wear winter clothes and stuff.
and there's no rooms anywhere besides Nimsy's attic.
Yeah, it kind of led you to one conclusion. Like, there's only one
Yeah.
place that someone outside.
If you put the pieces together, someone that didn't need to keep warm could stay there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really yeah. It was a cool village. I do like, and Knucklehead
Yeah.
Trout are cool. Knucklehead Trout.
Yeah,
are cool.
they're super cool.
Yeah, big old heads, big brains.
That was something as well, actually. The mechanic for fishing is there, and it's in the book, but like they didn't write about Nimsy's husband or anything, so I just kind of made it up.
Oh, numpty.
Yeah. To explain to the guys, I'm running a campaign. It's set in Icewind Dale, so it's like the frozen north of the Forgotten Realms continent, which is the home, kind of the main country or continent or land where the pre-written D&D stories are set. And the story is that for the last 2 years, there's never been any summer. The winter arrived and never left. So for some reason or another, the adventurers have decided that they have bound together, and they're currently working through the first few quests and gaining some experience and some trust in Ten Towns, which is the name of the settlement. And in our most recent session, they went to a town called Lonelywood because they are on a manhunt after a guy who is a suspected serial killer.
Who's now dead.
Yeah, they killed him. But the serial killer was the bodyguard of the only trading caravan in Ten Towns. So, yeah, they haven't. It's safe to say they're not friends with Torga Icevein.
Icevein.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd
So-
say it wasn't the best enemy to be making.
It had to happen one way or another. Unless
like
you
we-
decided to go against the person who gave you the quest, Flynn. I know this is a lot of exposition, dump on people, particularly in the middle of going back over
And different campaign, yeah.
John's other campaign. But this is the nature of D&D. It's a lot of storytelling. So
Yeah, so much does happen. Like,
yeah,
I think that we've had 3 sessions? 4
Yeah.
sessions? 3. Yeah, 3 sessions, and we got so much done. Like,
yeah. So the first session, you went into a gem mine that had been overrun with kobolds. And you went in and you cleared out the kobolds. It turns out that in the mine there was like this vast open chasm hole that led down into what's called the Underdark. And the Underdark is kind of like another world full of like, it's where the Drow live, which are like evil elves, and the Jurgar, which are like evil dwarves, live. So it's like a dark, evil underworld, flip side of the overworld, the normal plane.
yeah, I hope.
And you
dropping
got
something-
you got attacked by a Grell as well, which was just a floating brain with tentacles and a beak, which I love. I
That
love
was
that
so
creature.
scary.
I know. I scared the shit out of John.
I so nearly died.
Yeah, so you cleared out the kobolds, and it turns out their leader had been possessed by a ghost. And that was the reason he was so intelligible and like he was just able to think and conceive so well, was because he was possessed by a ghost who had died at the foot of a mountain. And they cleared out the kobolds, they dealt with the ghost, and they actually brought the remaining kobolds that they didn't slaughter back to the town and helped them get a job, basically. Or the town leader, the mayor, or the speaker is what they're called, would try find a job for them. And then their next task was to track down Sefik Caltro, who was the bodyguard of Torga, who runs the caravan that sells stuff all over Icewind Dale. and yeah, you'd found out that they had moved on to the next town over called Lonelywood, which is the logging town, because being almost 90% tundra, there's literally only one forest. So the entire, all of the settlements need to get their wood from either the base of the mountains in south, or Lonelywood in the more northwesterly area of the settlements. And you went to Lonelywood and you found where Torga had set up her caravan. But turns out Lonelywood was having a problem with their wood and lumber production because there was a giant white moose terrorizing the lumberjacks and scaring off and killing the men and women trying to work in the woods.
We're summing up the wrong campaign.
Yeah, I know.
It's all good. Doesn't matter. Sugar.
Yeah, it's all.
We're just talking at this point, really.
Yeah.
The true fans will have been there for the entire 4-hour long recap of John's campaign the first time.
Yeah, that was so long.
But the true fans. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both.
But yeah, he tracked down the moose in the forest after coming across. He came across the chwingas, which are like little forest spirits, which Brick the Bard, Michael's character, played a song for, and they were absolutely delighted with, and they gave him a little magic charm, a little token. And then you came across the Banshee, who was screaming about her being depraved of her reflection and her looks and her riches and gold. And Aaron's character, Kazma, tried to give her a mirror, but because she's dead and rotten now, she's a ghost. The reflection that she saw wasn't particularly one she thought she would see, and thought that Kazma was trying to play a trick on her. And so she attacked, and the party fled.
Yeah, that wasn't you.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But because she's a banshee, she's basically stuck to one specific area.
Yeah,
so she
they
doesn't
can't
actually follow. They don't move. They're kind of like lost souls, confound to this one place. But eventually he found the moose, who was hiding out in an abandoned elven tomb, which was dedicated to the moon. Just after remembering the puzzles.
Please.
They scoped around.
Puzzles in D&D don't work quite as everyone expects them to.
Yeah, they don't always work as planned.
Especially when your collective team brain comes to that of a 5-year-old.
So they kind of scoured around the outside of the temple before heading into it's built into the side of a mountain, and the mountain a part an area of it had kind of been broken open leading into a door into an inner chamber. And so while Max was meditating, because Max's character Erwin is an elf, while he was meditating at the elven temple, the rest of the party climbed into the inner chamber and got attacked by the giant moose, who at the time was in there protecting some baby cubs, some bear cubs, some wolf cubs, foxes and hares. He was just protecting some wild animals that were living inside the inner chamber. And the moose attacked you. You dealt with it after a while. Then there was 3 other rooms, or 2 rooms and a corridor inside that chamber. So you scoped those out, and you came across a deranged druid who had made camp in the back of the chamber, in a sealed-off room. And she had made a bedroll, set up her bedroll. She had set up her herbalism kit. She was drying some herbs and stuff for her druid things. But he kind of freaked her out opening the door, and she charged Brick as he opened the door and ran out into the center of the chamber, and just began flinging spells left, right, and center, screaming about some goddess and Icewind Dale and it being wintertime and everything. And so she hurled a moonbeam actually at Nud, John's character. So that's the second session in a row that John almost died, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, I threw him a bush to eat.
Yeah.
A
She
sentient
actually,
bush.
the druid was using awakening magic to give different animals and plants sentience. So that's why the moose was so intelligent, was that he was making his own decisions because he was known fully as the awakened white moose. But what the druid had also done was she had awoken a bush, a little berry bush.
Named George. We named him George.
Which they named George.
George
the Bush. And so, is he currently still with you? I've kind of
He is, yeah.
avoided.
Somewhere, yeah.
I've kind of avoided playing George, to be honest. Hoping you just forget about him.
It is easy to forget about characters like that.
We
I know
won't.
it is. It's
I
really easy
won't.
to
I will
forget. There's a
never.
lot going on. If you won't forget about him, then maybe actually interact with him, so I know that he's still there.
He doesn't want to
Like
come
that.
out. He's had a rough time.
But yeah, you tackled the druid, and after a while, there was a lot of debating and a lot of, I think it was Brick tackled her, was on top of her, trying to persuade her. But after a while, she actually was not giving in and transformed into a hare and tried to make a break for it. But Kazma caught her, and there was a lot of deliberating because Brick really thought that he could get through to her, but she was straight up just deranged. She was gone mad, really. And who was it that killed?
It was Max or Daniel.
It was an eye, I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just fucked her
so-
into a wall, didn't he? Just threw her straight
threw
into
her
a wall.
basically, and then did he cut her open or like cut her throat or something?
No, well,
I
maybe.
remember it was me who I was about to throw him.
Yeah,
I was
you were
about to
about to
throw
throw
her
him.
as a rabbit just into the ground, and everyone screamed. I was like, "Oh Jesus, fine."
Yeah, you're about to just throw it off the ground as if it
Yeah.
wouldn't just run away.
I was gonna throw it with as hard as I could. Okay, there's no rabbit gonna survive that.
You're gonna make a strength check, and it's only gonna come to like 1d4 bludgeoning because you're literally like throwing it from like at most like up in the air. You're an elf, so like 6 foot off the ground. Like it's literally taking like
I don't know.
like
I'm absolutely
2 times.
yeeting it off the floor.
Yeah,
But- so
I
that's a
feel like if I threw a rabbit really hard at the ground, I'd kill it.
Do your brain damage at least. It wouldn't just. I wouldn't just drop it. Like.
Brain damage at least. Oh.
I mean, like animals have like fallen off cliffs and stuff and survived. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think you're gonna.
But
throw it
animals have
down
also fallen off cliffs and not survived. So I don't know.
Yeah, but
Like,
the fact that they
in-
survived-
as if they didn't run off the cliff.
Just
this
go
is
to
a game
camera
entirely
2.
based off of luck and rolling dice. It was definitely not a guarantee that you would have killed it by throwing it off the floor.
Can we get a Twitch poll on this?
Yeah, please, let's get a Twitch for it.
Would
If you throw a
throwing a
off
rabbit
the ground,
really hard at the floor
die.
will you kill a rabbit if you throw it really hard? Like we're talking super, like as hard as a magical warrior can throw it. See,
Oh, yeah.
see,
That
Joey
was it,
knows.
like,
Joey
Nah,
knows.
nah.
Joey has experience with this kind of thing.
That's just Joey, who is like
Off a
fucking.
fucking stone floor as well.
Okay,
It's not like
yeah.
snow or something.
Okay,
stone
true.
floor.
That's
If
just Joey who's hitting the gym 24
yeah,
hours
okay,
Yeah.
true.
every day since birth.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
that's Joey.
every day since TY, let's be real.
Right, let's add a poll. We
Bro,
got
come
I feel like I'm gonna lose this one.
throw rabbit kill.
Thrown rabbit kill.
Throw rabbit kill. Yeah. No.
Grammar, English is our first language.
Yes. There we go. New polls up.
Like this is an actual warrior guy, right? Throwing as hard as he can, potentially drop kicking a rabbit here.
Where's the kicking coming
It's a
involved?
magical rabbit. It's a druid too. You know,
How much-
Deluxe has got me. Oh, and Sheen,
How much-
exactly.
how-
Yeah, it does live.
Wait, where do I see the poll? I don't even know.
I don't see the poll there.
It's hard to actually spot it. You have to go into just the channel itself.
Oh my, we've had a load of people in. Those new names I don't recognize.
Where we go? The channel.
Cool.
Where is it?
I can't see it.
I don't see
If
it.
you go to the channel page, oh, it should be down here. Yeah, down in Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it still best accent?
See,
Yeah,
Jenna,
I don't. Have you published it?
Oh, I thought I did.
that depends
sorry,
on
I'll
the
do
roll,
it now.
Jenna, so we can't actually tell you where it'll hit,
I'll
like
go-
what it'll hit the floor. What'll hit the floor.
Grow rabbit cube. Oh, think of the rabbits, George. Oh, damn!
No.
That's such a like. That
They're
makes
in
no
the, they're in
sense.
the, they're in the
Oh,
alfalfa. They're in the alfalfa, George.
Oh my god, what a pull. Ouch, that's upset me, dude.
That's mad.
Wow.
Anyway, you
Throw
killed
rabbit
the
kill
rabbit.
has gone up now.
It's gonna.
If you don't vote yes, I'm banning you. That's a lie, that's a lie.
Paul, you're not. This
come
goes not
on.
around these parts, okay? Be quiet.
What is your Twitch mod?
Yeah, I'm a
Nope, it's
Twitch around this
75%.
Hell yeah, come on, people.
Get. Oh.
Oh, cry, Paul. Go and cry.
It's
Go and cry,
3-4.
Paul.
3-4.
And how many
Ooh.
against?
Throwing a rabbit off the floor will do more damage to the rabbit than punching it in the head.
You didn't punch it in the head either.
Are you
what?
seriously thinking that punching a rabbit in the head? No, like throwing a rabbit
It's
on the
50-50.
floor, on the
in the
stone
head.
floor as hard as you can.
It's
gonna do
Ariane, you
more
make a
damage
very
than if you
good
punched
point.
it in the head.
That's a very good point.
They bounce.
Might die of shock.
They bounce, but only when they're like ready to bounce. I think they don't bounce if you throw them hard enough.
Really bad.
It makes no sense.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is a
rabbit
druid. It is a druid as a rabbit. So, like,
It's a druid
they
as a
were.
rabbit.
Yeah, exactly.
much health
Force
does a
the rabbit
rabbit-
to bounce. Force the rabbit to bounce. That's exactly right.
Yeah, let's move on.
Like a basketball.
Yes, yeah, why go for it? Let's fucking
Yeah.
go.
Okay. So we're very productive this evening. We've decided that
Yeah.
throwing a rabbit off the floor will
No,
kill
fuck
it.
off.
Conclusion made.
Anyway,
Yes, the
Um,
rabbit is not gonna get up and just be like, yo, what was that?
We're not.
Yo, what was
If one of you make an attempt to throw Casman off the floor, I will kill you in real life. Alright? That's it.
Oh yeah, Casman's a rabbit.
Yeah, I am.
That's so funny.
Talk
Yeah,
about
so you-
derails.
you killed the druid, and you spent absolutely ages
Oh,
in the temple trying to figure out what the hell was going on.
But only because we couldn't
Um,
do them. We weren't
Yeah,
physically
they couldn't
able.
figure
Like,
it out. There was multiple different puzzles, not even really puzzles, like
hey, be nice.
there was a giant moon dial, like the equivalent of a sundial, but a moon dial in the middle of the temple with different phases of the moon inscribed on the ground. There were inscriptions on the two half moon phases and the full moon phase that Brick and Erwin, Michael and Max's characters could read because they could speak Elven and they could read Elven. And so the two doors of the inner chambers, there was two different rooms on the inside, one of which was where the druid was hiding, which she had unlocked herself. And on each of the doors had either phase of the half moon drawn on them. So there was a circle with a full half on the left and an empty half on the right on one of the doors, and a circle with an empty half on the left and a full half on the right on the other door. And they were like counter opposites, the two different half moons. And between them there was a passageway that led to a dead end wall with a big mirror that had a stone frame flush with the wall. Outside then there was also a sarcophagus with different symbols on it, which included a feather, a pine cone, a a flame, a branch, and a human hand, or a humanoid hand. Then, like 10 feet away from that, there was a giant stone brazier, which they had cleared out and lit a fire in, but they hadn't put two and two together that the sarcophagus with the flame symbol and all these different ingredients was linked to the brazier where you light fires.
We didn't know it was ingredients.
So they never took all of the items, until the very end, the list of items, and put it in the brazier and lit it. They tried to light it and see if that would do anything, but without putting stuff in it. But that didn't work, so by the very end they figured it out.
Listen,
luckily enough at that point they had a humanoid hand to put in that wasn't their own as well.
For the record, I do want to say it's a lot easier when it's being explained to you afterwards, okay?
The brazier was quite far from the place where the ingredients were, and we had no idea they were connected.
It was the next area over. They were right next to each other.
Well, it's a lot more difficult.
The brazier was E3, and the sarcophagus was E4.
It's
so they were different areas.
It's very difficult.
Next to each other.
It's very difficult.
Still hard to figure out. It was hard to figure out.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah.
It's very difficult when the DM doesn't know how to explain things.
Right, so I'm
just reading what's in the goddamn book, okay?
I was waiting to hear how Fusilier dies in the next session.
Yeah. They figured it out eventually, and they actually managed to open up the sarcophagus, which had a mummy, an animated mummy inside it, and they had a nice little discussion. The mummy was a priestess of the temple who'd been dead quite a while, and was kind of disappointed to see it go into disarray. But they kind of spoke with her for a while, and at that point they had all of the statues, the 10 statues that had been surrounding the temple. They pushed them over, destroying them. They also smashed her mirror.
Oh, stop.
And yeah, they didn't tell her any of that and just left while she figured it out. What happens?
No. We told her that there was a druid that did a lot of damage.
Oh, fuck you.
But then we
that
dealt
was
with
tragic.
her.
That was actually tragic.
Also, the druid had a sister who she had laid to rest in the sarcophagus in one of the inner chambers with those half-moon inscriptions. The two other rooms, the doors that I was explaining earlier on. And he managed to get one of those sarcophaguses open, the one in the room that she had left open.
Oh, with the sharkskin pouch, yeah.
Yeah. That was her sister that had been killed by loggers in the forest. And that's why she had awakened the White Moose to stop the logging, because they had murdered her sister and she'd gone crazy.
Sister.
Yeah, so he had killed the moose, killed the druid, destroyed the temple, and
blamed it all on someone
reanimated
else.
the mummy who had died hundreds of years ago.
And then blamed it on someone else as well.
And blamed it on someone else.
Oh,
Yeah.
not bad.
So, just about textbook D&D, actually, to be honest. Death and destruction, killing everything you see, and then blaming it on somebody else.
Exactly, no consequences.
Yeah, we literally
No
just...
consequences. No consequences at all, John.
Okay, uh-oh.
Oh shit! No.
Lads, we did destroy the moon, like. We wrecked the place.
But yeah,
I mean, we were desperate to find out what the hell was up
Yeah,
with these problems, and we just could not figure it out.
If the
Yeah,
puzzles
no,
had been
that's
explained better, then it would be
Fuck.
okay.
explain every room you went to multiple times.
Oh my god. I don't blame Owen. I just think if there's a puzzle that you can't solve yet, it's better off. Like, it's really just messes with you a lot.
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
does.
To be fair to us, we literally couldn't have done the things. Even if we'd
We
figured them out
couldn't have,
first go, we
actually.
didn't have the abilities.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you couldn't have done was you couldn't have
No, we
altered the moon dial because you didn't have any way of casting a moonbeam.
And we needed detect magic for the other one, you said. for the mirror or whatever it was, which we also didn't have.
The moon dial was
No, I don't think
the whole
what was
other
the
room
moon?
and the mirror though. So like that was like like half of the temple.
Sorry?
Changing where the moon comes from. Like as in the whole other half of the temple, like the room we couldn't get into, and
There
the
was
mirror
one
were
room
linked
you couldn't
to
get
the
into,
moon.
and there was the mirror that was unlocked using the moon.
Yeah. So we
So
couldn't
it
do
was
either of those things
Yeah,
because of the
two
moon.
things,
We didn't
yeah.
have moonbeam like. So
I
it
know,
was,
but it's
and we,
did you know that, or did you just give up on trying to figure out what happened
Yeah, you told us that afterwards.
afterwards?
we
Yeah,
told us afterwards, yeah.
After we gave up and walked away.
yeah,
I was convinced there was like a passage behind the mirror, so I just smashed it,
Yeah.
and there was no passage.
Yeah. So the deal with the mirror was that it was attuned to the moose. So the moose, the moose was actually using it to figure out where the hunters were, and the loggers and stuff. So that's how he was coordinating his attacks. And the druid was helping him by casting a moonbeam on the full moon section so that it would activate the mirror. That's what the mirror was. So it was effectively a crystal ball, but it stuck to the wall.
Crystal wall.
So crystal wall. There wasn't actually anything you could have taken away from that, just knowledge, just understanding of how stuff was happening, as opposed to just murdering everything and walking away. But yeah.
We could have saved the druid. She was batshit crazy.
No, yeah, she was insane. Michael, bless him, he tried so hard, but
Bless him.
he just wasn't going to work. I'm sorry, Michael,
No.
but yeah, whenever he was trying to persuade, it was just getting worse. And I think I had to make a persuasion check or two, but I actually made rolls to see if, I was making her own craziness roll, basically, just like a contested charisma persuasion check. And because that's how insane she was, having a normal DC just wouldn't cut it. That it was just completely random because there was no reasoning with her. It was either it happened to work or it happened to not work, and it just wasn't working for Michael.
No.
No.
Yeah. So then you left the Moon Temple and you made your way back to the town. But ye had noticed that there was a tent set up where the caravan had set up their shop. And so you deliberated there for quite a while to see if you could ambush the tent and kill who you were meant to kill, Sefik. And after a while, you used John's character Nod used an animal messenger, a weasel, to sneak into the tent, take a peek at who was inside, and then leave and come back and tell Nod what was going on. And inside the tent, there was 3 humans that Nod recognized as the crew that were helping Torga set up her shop, because it's not a one-woman operation. She has a, despite how strong a character Torga is, she does require her help when it's such a larger scale operation and what she's going on.
Yeah, she's powerful.
So yeah, after spending what felt like 40 minutes discussing on how or if at all you would get the jump on Sefik, he wasn't even in there.
Yeah. That was so funny.
So you went back to Nimsy's house, Nimsy Huddle, who is the town speaker, a stout little halfling woman, and she was letting you use her attic to sleep for the night. And then we called the session there. That was the end of the second session. And the third session was kind of, largely for the first bit of it, it was a bit calmer. A bit more,
out of combat mechanics going on, a bit of role playing happening. Kind of spotlights going to one or two different characters' strengths in terms of out of combat capabilities, like Kaz is a rogue and Erwin, who's tagging along, kind of sneaking around, except for when he walked into a tree. And
ones are amazing.
Mimsy actually suggested, as a thank you for help with the moose, her husband Numpty take you out on his boat and go fishing out on the lake. So Nud, who had been intent on going fishing the first day they arrived, was ecstatic to get out on the water.
Don't even mention it.
You didn't catch anything.
No.
You didn't catch a fish, Nud.
No, I didn't. I was so disappointed.
Yeah.
It was,
at one point you rolled so low. Did you get a nat 1?
No, that was
I think-
Paul.
No, I didn't get that
Paul-
one.
Someone got
Oh wait,
a really
someone-
low roll and they
Yeah,
had
someone
thrown
lost their thing.
Paul Fusillade lost a rope because he
No, I
threw-
didn't. That was not me. That 100% was
not
not me.
you?
No. Because I wanted to keep fishing.
No, it was you. No, sorry, it was
Yeah.
snapped. The line snapped because the fish.
Oh,
neither
yeah.
of you were giving up on the fishing.
It was a big
so-
old fish, yeah.
Someone rolled so low. I think it was Nud rolled so low that he actually storytelling wise, he put the wrong end of the line in the water. So he was holding on to the hook.
Yeah.
He wasn't holding on to
was
the
it.
He was holding on to the hook. The hook wasn't even in the water, so nothing was
I'm
biting.
lucky I didn't end up getting infection from that or something.
Yeah, no, I wasn't gonna be that mean to you.
Maybe poison guys and shit.
Yeah, you got tetanus, John.
I got tetanus. Let's
Yeah.
go over, lads. Bye. So it was grand while it lasted. Oh no, I love Nud. I actually love Nud.
Yeah, he's so funny. But yeah, you went fishing. You caught a bunch of fish. Erwin caught the biggest fish, coming in at 70 pounds.
70 pounds, knucklehead trout.
Brick caught the medium fish, coming in at 55 pounds, and
I caught a
Fusillade caught the
35.
little knucklehead guppy, coming in at like
Knucklehead guppy.
yeah 30 pounds, which is big for a fish, but not for knucklehead trout, who's like 40% forehead.
Yeah.
By the name, you can probably tell they're knucklehead trout. So they just they've got massive ass foreheads and just ram each other with their foreheads. And their bones are actually the equivalent of ivory. So they're like tusks, but they're bones. So you went fishing. You checked out the island that was in the bay area for the little lake for Lonelywood. And you actually found a snowy owlbear. And snowy owlbear was also awakened by the druid. This druid getting up to some right shenanigans, awakening everything left, right, and center. But the owlbear had been left there on the island as a little test by the druid. She was the first awakened creature. But if you had, you might have picked up from speaking to Numpty or the owlbear that what had happened was the lake in Lonelywood Lagoon had, or the Lonelywood Bay had frozen over, and you could walk out to the island, and the water then had begun flowing again, and it unfroze, and the owlbear was stuck and couldn't get enough food to eat, that it had lost the strength to reliably tell if it would be able to swim back to shore, and it didn't want to risk it. But you came to the owlbear's rescue, and you donated some of your fish to the owlbear, who ate both the medium and the small fish in one bite each, and retreated back to the center of the island to kind of let the food digest before attempting to swim back ashore. So that was Brick's little feel-good moment after having the druid murdered in front of his eyes as a little rabbit.
Yeah, sure.
Bush was also there.
Bush has been here the whole time.
George,
Yeah, George has been here, but kind of been neglected. Meanwhile, while this was all happening, Kazma was checking out.
Somebody was doing work.
Yeah, Kazma was actually progressing the story, and he was investigating the Ramshackle, which was the closed inn. So it was an inn that had gone out of business and had closed up shop. And it had gotten that kind of abandoned, derelict,
hole, crack house.
yeah, kind of feeling, whereas a bit suspicious. So Kazma felt he'd check it out. He got in, looked around. He found there was a bedroll, so someone had been sleeping in the middle of the room. There was some,
With a few ale.
yeah, half-open bottles of ale and stuff lying around the place. Gone up and checked around some of the rooms and found some kind of more grisly details up there, being a rope tied to the ceiling, because the previous owner of the Ramshackle Inn, when adventurers had stopped arriving up to Lonelywood because of winter, he ended up killing himself because he ran out of money and had no business, basically. So, yeah, Kazma came across the remains of what was up there. Not his remains, but
It was a noose that was cut. At
yeah,
one point,
he had used a noose, and it was the body had been cut down. Sorry, this is gruesome, but yeah. So Kazma did a bit of reconnaissance, found out some details.
Sneaky boy.
Then he went to where Torga had set up shop and camped out in the trees, stalking out the dwarf and her human bodyguard.
The predator became the prey.
So yeah, Kazma had stalked out the scene where they had set up shop and waited for the others to get back from fishing. Then they reunited. Half the party stayed in the Ramshackle waiting for whoever was sleeping there to arrive, and the other half, I think it was actually just Erwin and Kazma,
Two
that
ninjas.
went back. Yeah, the two sneaky boys, dexterous boys, went back to Torga and Sefik and their shop to see what was happening and where they would head when evening came. And so at about 6:30, 7 o'clock, Torga and Sefik left, and they left their crew to do the clean up and pitch tent and watch over the goods for the night. And Sefik and Torga went to the local tavern. And Erwin ran back to the Ramshackle to tell the guys where they were, and then there was a bit of a stakeout in the tavern waiting for Sefik and Torga to come out. Torga didn't arrive out the doors, but Sefik did once closing hours arrived. So Sefik left. They tailed Sefik back to the Ramshackle Inn, ambushed him. He got in a bit of a fight with them, but he was on his own, so he didn't really stand a whole lot of a chance. Like I was explaining earlier, action economy meant that for every one action Sefik had, there was 6 other playable characters that were taking their actions against him, so his health pool kind of got deleted, to be honest. But he did manage to use his magic speaking stone to get off word to Torga that he'd been ambushed, and after they had dealt with Sefik, Torga and her crew had arrived, and that erupted into a bit of a bigger battle, which lasted for a little while longer. Torga's crew had been killed because they were, they were just really minions. They were
In the way.
yeah, they weren't as experienced as Torga was in terms of fighting and dealing with people. But Torga knew when her fight was fought and when her battle had been lost. So she started asking questions, why they killed Sefik, what was going on, and they explained that they had a hit out on Sefik and there was a bounty for him. So that's why they had killed him. And so Torga, being a bit more heartless, was decided that, well, fair is fair, and leave me alone. I'm going away now. Don't come after me. And because the guys didn't want to pick that fight, and Torga had handed over her other speaking stone in return to Nud, she left and went back to her camp, but not before speaking to Nimsy. And the party found out the next morning that Torga had threatened to blacklist Lonelywood from her route, from her trading route. And Torga, like I was saying earlier, is the only trading caravan that travels around Lonelywood. So, not having her arrive up to Lonelywood, they travelled around all of 10 towns, the whole 10 settlements, not just Lonelywood, sorry. But not having her arrive to Lonelywood, to Nimsy's town, where the party currently were, meant that the townspeople wouldn't be able to get some of the commodities that they would have been able to previously, albeit maybe at slightly more expensive prices, if as opposed to if they decided to make the trek to Targos or Brinshander, two of the other towns, which are bigger settlements. But yeah, we'd called it there. You had made your way back. Actually, no, you made your way back to Tourmaline, which is the town we started in 3 sessions ago, and spoke to the person who had given you the quest in the first place. And he had collected your money, and we actually ended it on the note of her asking what the group call themselves, which, as every adventuring party knows, is
the nightmare.
It's quite a monumental moment. Deciding what your party goes by. Yeah.
Can we come up with a couple of ideas now and?
Yeah, actually.
Knuckleheads.
If we could get some names.
Twitch.
Any ideas?
Any ideas for? We had Arctic Monkeys, Snow Patrol. Yeah, we had Arctic Monkeys. We had Snow Patrol. We had what was the other one? Coldplay.
Nuts, knuckleheads, lads. Yeah,
we got down a bit of a rabbit hole, to be honest.
Yeah, Nuds Knuckleheads. Nuds Knuckleheads is what John's saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best.
Yeah, Gargan has the Gargang, Nud has Nuds Knuckleheads.
Yeah, but we named ourselves when he died, alright?
Is this a preemptive?
No.
One wizard for another.
Yeah, jeez.
An eye for an eye.
Wizard.
Actually, one thing to note about the campaign is that we all have a secret.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's juicy.
Each character has a secret that no other party member is aware of. No one's secret has been revealed yet. And so everyone has a secret, and some of them are intrinsic to their backstories. Some of these, they have samples in the books. So in the book, they have a list of different ideas and secrets that you can give your characters. And so some of them are more fleshed out than others and require to be more aligned with your backstory. And some are just smaller, milder, secrets. But some of them are almost character fatal. There was one of them is that you have what's known as a slag tadpole. So it's like these swamp frog creatures that lay eggs inside of people, and one of the secrets is that your character has one of those eggs inside them, and it's a race against the clock to get
it's like a disease.
Yeah, it's a race against the clock to save the character, or else what happens is they turn into a slad, basically. And slad tadpole erupts from their chest. Kind of like that scene from Alien.
From Alien, yeah. Damn, I missed that one. I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was one of the secrets. Another secret is that you were part of a crew on a ship, but you got shipwrecked, and you were forced to cannibalize on some of the dead bodies when you washed ashore.
Oh no.
Yeah. Shrek Metamorphosis. What?
Sure.
Thank you, Sean, for your
Oh my
contribution.
god. The life cycle of Shrek, yeah. 4 different stages, you know. The eggs that are imbued inside a person's chest. The Shrek tadpole.
That's all pretty,
Shrekling.
pretty
And
basic
then-
stuff, you know.
Big Daddy Shrek. Big Papa Shrek.
Did someone say Shrek or bad?
Shrek are bad. But yeah, have you thought of any ideas for a,
No.
a name?
We need snow-based, ice-pond group names. Go.
Yeah, sorry you went on a little bit of a tangent explaining that there, though, but I know this is a lot of information. 2 different campaigns,
Yeah.
right? But it
But
feels
yeah.
like so much has happened, and it's only been 3 sessions. So.
Exactly, yeah. It's just such a good game.
How long
Yeah.
have you been in DP? Let's go until 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
Jesus, it's already 12:45.
I know.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's mad.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get this finished tonight.
Damn,
Speed paint, go. Just turn on the time lapse.
Yeah, why didn't I do that before? God damn it.
Yeah.
You should just turn it on.
Big Daddy Shrek. Yeah. Jenna, we were going through the details of my campaign. So from the top, no, I'm just joking.
Oh, you missed some details though. Let's go back. Okay, there was dust on the floor here, right?
Yeah.
I know, it's been so fun. Doing multiple
Oh
campaigns.
yeah, and Nud is on a crusade to find some milk. Actually,
yeah,
that's
I'm
one
Like
thing.
a first psychotic bastard looking for some fucking milk.
Okay.
Is that your secret? You have a desperate need for milk.
Yeah, he's
He
a milk
wanted-
alcoholic.
He wanted milk so bad that he paid like a ridiculous amount for eggnog just for the far
Oh yeah,
away
he got
taste.
scammed for some eggnog, which turns out is
Oh.
actually made from milk.
But it was the biggest scam ever. Was it 5 silver?
It was 5 silver, but it was like the equivalent of 3 pints worth.
True, it was a big. It's still
Yeah.
mental prices altogether.
But you know, I mean, they are in an never-ending winter. You know,
Yeah, I don't blame.
money's got to be
I don't
made.
blame them. Yeah.
Um, I don't know if that
But
looks
yeah.
anyway metallic. It probably doesn't, but hey,
I think it looks really cool.
It looks.
I think it's.
I don't know.
It
looks
looks
it's-
worn metal.
It's gonna look a bit better in person than on the stream.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I think
looks
I
really, really cool.
can tell you're going for a metallic feel anyway.
Okay, well that's
definitely.
the main thing.
That's what you want, like yeah.
That's my first time attempting this, so
Good, yeah, no, it came out really, really well. But yeah, yeah, so much does happen in the campaign.
in game, he's. Oh wait, it's fucking Aaron.
Get
Oh, who's
wrecked,
confused now? Who's dumb and confused now?
noob.
Guess we got fucking God. Who got God?
Lamau, that's. So
Wow!
I roll myself on my own stream. Oh my god.
Yikes!
Rolled and smoked, as someone might say.
yeah, rolled and smoked. Fool. What a
Oh,
fool! Oh my god.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Look at me trying to engage with
Yeah, trying to engage
our,
with
our
chat.
new community, and I'm just getting roasted.
Got him.
But I actually think a communal Discord could be pretty cool if there's enough of a
Oh, I double
enough of a following to warrant it.
Yes.
Sorry, say that again. I was taking a clip.
I was just saying
Oh,
that
you bastard!
Yes, John. Yes, John.
I was saying that a communal Discord could be
Oh,
a really
definitely,
cool
yeah.
idea if there's enough of a following to warrant it or enough of an interest.
Yeah, like all of literally, if you just doubled the amount of people in the camp, like as in it was just us plus another eight, nine people, I'd be happy, more than happy to make one.
Sure, it's just as easy as making a whatever you call main campaign role, a Starfinder role, unlocking those channels and then having a general.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, just having permissions to view and whatever those channels.
Yeah.
How many people in chat actually at the moment have experience with RPGs
Oh, that is a good question.
and tabletop games?
We could do a poll for that as well.
Not the rocket launcher.
I like my polls.
On
I
a
want to do another
scale
poll.
from like poll.
Yeah,
Poll.
from none to little to lots.
Skyrim for 33 hours.
300.
300.
33.
300.
Yeah, I was gonna say 33 is not like.
No.
I'll
that's
say
not right.
tabletop RPGs, well.
Yeah.
Tabletop RPG.
I'd just like to announce that the 8 people above 4 people thought that the rabbit would get killed. So
You're all
I'm taking that as a win. Psychopath or not, it would kill a rabbit.
Can I also just? I know some of them are probably us, but we've had 10 viewers.
Yeah, no.
Or
And
more
you've
for
been
the whole
pretty
thing.
solid, yeah.
Yeah, we
I'm
hit-
pretty
It's-
happy with
It's dropping now, like, but it's 10 to midnight, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I checked the views on like one of our streams. 270 views on the 6-hour stream.
God
Yeah.
Like,
What?
Yeah.
What have we come out of? I have
I
no
Wait,
know.
what?
Yeah, we have 200.
Yeah, that includes like everyone who comes in and out during the stream.
Yeah.
That's still mad.
So the poll is up there. Tabletop RPG says no, some, a good bit, loads of tabletop RPG experience.
I said a good bit.
A good bit. I actually can't vote. That makes sense actually. Now that I think about it.
Influence polls. Influencing the polls.
Ooh.
But yeah. How many views? Like 200, you said.
Yeah. Do you want details of the current like?
Is this the clip on Twitch, the whole VOD on Twitch?
It's all bad, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. 222.
270 individual people.
Then where's this? Oh.
Oh yeah, 270 views. Oh my god.
This one is at 113 so far. And
This one
30
is. Oh damn.
Yeah.
But that's not unique people. Then,
That's
right?
not unique
that's
viewers
like,
is 33. We've got 33
Ah,
unique
okay.
viewers.
That's still loads. What the hell?
It's a lot of people. Yeah. 11 average viewers, 19 max viewers. I thought I saw it reach 20 for a period, but maybe it was on. Maybe it has to reach 20 for a certain length of time
Oh maybe.
to be considered. I think.
I haven't been
And
paying too
then-
much attention.
Yeah. So we're trying to get to the level of affiliate,
Hmm.
just to have it secured. So hopefully we'll be able to do it by the end of this month. We will. I think we will have it done by the end of the week.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
not
so.
even the end of the month.
The Saturday stream should get us over the line if we go past 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I think so. So, because it's the 30th of January was 2 days worth.
Mm-hmm.
Then, so because it's 30th and 31st. Then we
Yeah.
had the stream last Thursday of
Mhm.
Magic. That puts us on 3. Then we had today, which will go 4, 5, and then 6, 7 for
Yeah.
for this Saturday
Nice.
D&D session. So hopefully all
Yeah,
goes well.
I'm so excited.
That will be cool. Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Fucking coming for you, Paul.
Me? Why me? Oh, in the session. I thought you were
Yeah.
super excited for Twitch affiliate, and I was like, what?
no,
Why?
no.
You're
Like, it's not even your channel, man.
Oh well, it is.
Yeah.
Jeez. What's the poll
It's
looking
all
like?
ours,
We've
yeah.
got 3 good bits. We've got 2 no's.
Nose? Who the nose?
Those who said no, I can't tell. It's just.
Well, yeah, I'm asking if they would like to reveal
Oh
themselves.
yeah. If they know,
I'd imagine
Well, I think
Jenna's one.
Owen, yeah, I think Jen doesn't know, but Owen said he didn't have anything with TTRPG.
Yeah.
oh right, yeah.
But yeah, character creation is like, if you don't enjoy character creation, then it's a bit
You're
of a-
wrong.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are wrong, really.
Character creation is so fun.
just coming up with all these different concepts and
But that's my problem with it is that I'll make a character, and now like I'm tempted to just throw my character off of a cliff and just make a new one because it's fun.
It is very fun. And you get that dilemma. You get to the point where you're like, what am I doing with this character? Would it be more interesting to make a new one? But
Sean, why are you coughing there, love? Why are you coughing?
I couldn't
What's
tell
wrong
you.
there?
I've COVID.
Hope not.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it can be tough, but you just kind of like. There are different ways to reinvent how you look at a character that you're already playing, and like just because you've written a backstory or an idea or had an idea when you came up with the character doesn't mean that it can't become more specific or go into greater detail.
No.
Oh, Joey. Paul. Ouch, Paul. Oh my god.
Paul, admit it now. Did you reach so far back into your memory of about like 2 to 3 hours ago and like pull that back up and say throw yourself off cliff?
Maybe,
For taking Joe.
maybe subconsciously, probably, but that was not intentional.
Oh, damn. That was pretty funny. You'd feel bad.
Oh, ouch, shit.
Oh no, yeah.
You don't know that.
Banned from D&D. Can't join the streams. COVID.
You'll give us COVID through the Discord call.
Virus.
Yeah.
Virus. Yeah, the virus is go down by a computer or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
John.
For the time.
And with a joke, Mr. Paul.
Well, that makes me angry.
Sure, you can get upstairs on your computer, can't you?
Just minimize it.
But yeah, like I'm even over like a year. I was like, John, like my backstory is iffy. John, have a small go at it, and then he fucked me over in most choices in backstory. But you know, I'm loving it, but I'm hating it at the same time.
Yeah. But like you can kind of reinvent a character because like the whole idea is that they don't stay stagnant. Like it's like there's meant to be a bit of growth with them as well.
Yeah, it's very good to leave. Well, it's not very good, but it's good to leave gaps to the DM to fuck with. In some senses, like as in not huge.
Yeah,
ones,
I
like,
think
with small little details.
I think keep it malleable is the idea that you can you can write stuff in or alter stuff without retconning the whole character.
Yeah, but one thing, like when you're building a character, you kind of have to think about it like the period in which the campaign is set is going to be like the biggest period of change for that character.
Yeah.
It's going to be like they're defining
This is their story. Yeah.
Yeah, because it is their story.
It's their story. Yeah.
The next year we'll fuck with them.
Like
See,
sometimes the
it's
temptation is
hard.
their character to do it all, but then if they're going out starting as a level 1 character, it doesn't really make sense.
No.
It's
Yeah,
hard to have
it's hard to
character
make a claim.
growth when there's like 7 people that just literally are only wanting to kill you.
And it's hard to make the claim that like, oh, you know, I've been training for the past 20 years of my life and I'm level 1.
Yeah.
And like that can be a bit iffy
I can
sometimes.
hit you with my sword once, and then try to get away and follow.
And I have 7 HP.
Yeah. I'll hit you with my sword, and if I miss, you'll hit me, and then probably kill me.
Yeah.
Zah.
But I am the best sword fighter the world has ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh, you hit me with a stick, I am down. Shit.
But
Yeah, but like having small goals that you can aim your character at can kind of give it a little bit of purpose. Like if you're a fighter, maybe it's a goal to become a knight or something, or to get knighted, or to improve your reputation, being that maybe your dad was a disgraced general or something. Like just little ideas where it's like day to day your character has a goal that can kind of keep you motivated in terms of growth and how your character would act. Because I know that's something I looked at as well with stuff, because I kind of felt like at one point I didn't know what was going on with him, or what was the whole point. Like what was the story, like where was it going, and you just kind of have to take a sit down and see what makes sense of the character, but also what you would enjoy playing as well.
And then he turned into Greta.
Sorry,
Then he turned into Greta.
to Greta.
Yeah.
What?
He just
Eco
turned into
warrior.
Turned into Dove-tective.
Oh
what
yeah,
he did.
yeah. That's the growth. Yeah, that's Dovtek's story.
Yeah,
right there.
Dove had his defining moments then.
Yeah.
With that one decision that he made
Mhm.
to not follow the party. Thanks
And
again.
it doesn't make sense for that's the one thing that really frustrates me is that he has a -2 charisma. Like
Yeah.
out of 20, he's got like a 6 in charisma.
We'll have to.
he's
retcon
not.
that.
Yeah, he's not meant to be good at that at all.
Yeah. I think you need a feat.
Yeah. I don't
But
know.
it's rarely that like, oh John, could I make a persuasion on this guy to like think this? It's more like Owen like runs his mouth and then John's just like, fuck it, roll persuasion with advantage. It's just like,
That is
you can't
normally
help
the
it.
outcome.
You can't help it.
Yeah.
It's rarely
Like-
like you say, can I make this roll?
I think that kind of helps though because like the whole point is that he's trying to get out of a shell and he's trying to
become that leader.
but he's also trying to do it in a way that helps people as well. So whether he's gonna try or whether he succeeds or not, he's gonna make an attempt anyway.
Yeah.
So he kind of takes what he can get, and if it happens to work, it happens to work. It's just the roles sometimes they don't always come across for him. But he has a pretty good track record. I'm not gonna lie.
He does.
Yeah, go on, jinx it. Do it.
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
That's exactly what
Persuade
Paul.
Slyphos.
Yeah, persuade
Persuade
Slyphos to jump off the cliff or something.
No, just persuade Slyphos and joins. Just
Yeah, to join the
completely derail
campaign,
Slyphos.
actually, yeah.
I don't think that. I think there would be if Glyphos had 1 second of turning his back to us. It would just be like blip and you're dead. That's it.
Quick little stab. Job done.
Quick little stab, done.
Quick little level 7 fireball into your spine.
into your temple. But yeah, I felt for like this year, like so I picked fighter at first level because I even from the Karen Duhill days I was like I am playing this race and this class. And I did, no, I legit did, and I had it stuck in my head and I was like, what the fuck, we gotta play this, I can use this character. But so I just I really had no set goal for like a seer generally. I was like, okay, I'm interested in how am I like this fire creature in with this village of like humans and like elves and stuff like that. I stick out like a sore thumb, and so I was chipping away and I felt like right, I'm kind of going nowhere here. So then I spoke to John about dabbling in sorcery, which would push a seer's like fire abilities and these different things sprouting out of him that he like doesn't really know what's going on. Then that would push him further into understanding what he is, like what he can do. And so like it's not likely you know exactly what you want to do at first level, but after a few sessions you kind of get into the swing of it.
That was actually, I thought of a couple of different multi-classing options for Dovtek, but I felt like it didn't feel right. That his whole... I don't know, I was just looking at a couple of different things. I was looking at Bard in terms of the whole inspiration aspect, trying to be a leader and give inspiration and kind of help people on.
Don't you have a big little instrument as well? You have that in your back pocket
he's
as well.
a pan flute. But it just didn't feel right that he was meant to be studying to become a druid, and but putting levels into Bard felt like he was kind of diluting what he was meant to be doing.
Oh, he's so pure. Like
Yeah.
he
Yes,
is
boy.
so pure, dude.
Yes, boy. So
Yeah.
he'll play the pan flute in the pub after we fucking scalp Slyphos.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
After you try,
After we do.
Try. Or why you try.
you'll be
Do or do
downing
not, there is no
pints.
try, and there
You'll
will
be
be no
downing.
amount of do not.
You'll be downing pints. Alright, but it'll be out of sorrow after the loss of a seer.
Right, so do it in my name, but there'll be downing pints in a pub while you're dead too.
Oh,
Fuck it.
This is getting spooky.
Yeah, there's some trash
That's
talking
the
going
thing.
on.
You don't know what's gonna happen.
No, we
We don't.
don't. That's
None
true.
of it. Not
But you
even
know who does? Dice rolls.
the dice no.
The dice, no.
The dice know.
The god,
Yeah.
the
Gods.
god of dice.
Dice of the gods, Max,
Dice
yes.
of the gods.
Shut up.
The dice of the dods.
Dice of the gods.
Yeah. Just dice. They're great.
Bug.
They are. How many sets do you have now, John?
I have 24 sets.
Before
25.
we go into Diceaholics Anonymous, we would like to introduce you to Dakota Irish.
Oh my, 25.
John,
Yeah.
that's a
Are
problem.
you
I'm not gonna
serious?
lie.
Yeah.
Are they all specific sets, or did you buy like
I bought a book set of 20,
a bulk set? Yeah.
and then I have 5 other sets.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
And every
To be
time
fair.
I start a new campaign, I buy everyone a set of dice. Like every time there's a new campaign or something, and people
With
don't have dice.
With new players that
With
don't
new
have
players,
dice.
yeah, with people who don't have dice, I'll just get them dice.
Yeah,
And
that's really cool.
depends on which one. Like if it's a people I don't know,
Yeah.
I'll get them dice anyway, whether they have them or not. You know,
Okay. Yeah.
just kind of warm them to the campaign.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever, bribe them into coping with me.
I'll be your friend, I'll buy you dice.
Yeah.
But no, I don't mind buying dice. Like they're just great things.
I am the dice man.
It's an
My
investment,
dice are the
honestly.
trickers.
Yeah. Sure, Owen, you've got some lovely sets.
I do. How many do I have?
You 5, 6?
The one you gave me. I have. Then I have the 2 seashell ones. I have the green and purple ones, the yellow and pink ones, and then those 2, which are 2 metal ones. And I think that's 8.
8 sets of dice.
Yeah. But they were like, that wasn't a bulk set. They were all individual
Yeah, they're all
sets
individual.
that were custom and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah.
The two
I
of them were metal sets.
Yeah. How much were they? Were they expensive ones?
They were more expensive, but they weren't as expensive as your goddamn
Marvel.
marble ones.
I'm
Shit.
playing around with mine at the moment.
I might, I'm tempted to get new ones soon. I have my
Dude.
two sets, and I'm tempted
I can imagine
to
the Fusillade theme ones would be class.
There is actually like cog in resin looking ones,
Well, actually, if any of you are looking to
or
maybe
the
get
hollow
some free
ones.
dice, there's the whole there's hollow ones on in the competition at the moment
Yeah,
for on Dakota Irish.
Yeah, yeah.
I was too worried though that if you even like sneeze on them, they'd like fold in or something like that. I don't know.
and if you have no friends,
They are metal though.
if you have no friends, feel free to tag Dioltas1 on Instagram as your friend. We're all friends here.
We're all friends here. How long do we plan on going with this actually?
That's the question.
This being
Yeah.
the painting stream or the
Yeah, the
streaming.
Happy enough to end whenever. Do you want to end at like 10 past? Or 5 minutes time?
Yeah, makes
Or
no
you have-
difference. Makes no difference to me. I can keep going until other people want to stop.
Did I recap again?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what though? This proves the sort of success of just a chatting stream. In all fairness.
Just chatting.
Just chatting.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It is fun. It is fun. So,
And we made no promises in the title of recap.
no. Yes. I knew it wasn't guaranteed.
No, it wasn't.
I knew it came second. No, the painting has actually been really cool to watch. I've been watching away.
Yeah.
I mean, he's calling out well.
Uh,
Definitely, if you'd be up to do this again, Paul, at some stage.
Yeah, for sure. Like I still have. Who do we have? We have a bunch left to do if we want to. Like, I don't know who this guy is, but that's a cool model that I have to paint at some stage.
Yeah.
His name is Larry, and he's a nice guy.
I have this guy, not as cool looking currently, but Brick. He's just started.
I'm loving the clothes. The clothes are class.
Oh, I know they need to get
Yeah.
dulled down, but
They're very.
they are
happy.
those colors. We get everyone around the back just watching.
I absolutely love Brodens. Could I see Brodens there? Actually, that
Of
was
course.
so
Crouchy angry.
What you may not. Oh, I wonder if I can focus on this properly. Hold on, I'll get something to put it up against. Oh, character sheet.
cool. I never noticed the big blob of blue tag. I assume that's like
That's just.
crucially holding everything down, is it?
It's just this thing doesn't slide because it's on. It's on one of those car stand thing. Okay, hold on.
All of it's a D&D sheet. That's perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
It's better sheet.
I want to shoot him with this. Hold on. It's not really.
Ideal. The focus isn't really working, is it?
I got
It doesn't. Does it automatically focus, or do you have to touch the screen?
I have to touch the
There's
screen.
no, I'm not sure who's running them, but there's no chance the image on the side could just be paused and broken or something like that.
Okay, I'll try.
That was definitely focused.
They're just slide forward.
There you go. It's pretty good.
Oh, it's not in frame.
There he is.
Did you put a different color, like a slider thing at the bottom of every one of them?
He's orange because I didn't have it.
The orangey gold.
Yeah, Lanai's light
Dr. was
blue.
green, wasn't he?
Marston's dark blue. Asir's orange, unsurprisingly. Dark green.
Like I know I see how much looks.
Light green.
I see my boy.
Do you want to see? Yeah.
Boy.
I'm amazed though, like these wings, I painted them terribly, but like that's super
Oh, the
impressive.
lining on them is actually. Ooh.
Oh, lovely though. No,
you,
they're
can,
Yeah.
you can actually see every individual wing, which is really
Like, look
cool.
at that.
Yes, the two
Individual
wings. The two individual wings.
Words are nearly my forte. Feather.
Oh, that actually
Like,
looks so fucking
That's so.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Every
Yeah.
individual feather.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And then I have this stand. Oh yeah, I could probably glue this on now.
Is
Soon.
that going under him?
This is the base is, and then he's got. Oh, see, I'm talking, and you're watching like a couple of seconds after.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Come on, if you're happy and you know, clap your hands. Paul, you meant to clap.
I did.
Just do the
I
light.
did clap.
Oh shit! Okay.
Jeez, I saw it there.
There you go. We're all on different delays.
Yeah, we're on
Yeah.
a bit. It's a bit crazy.
Looks great, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see his eyes. Let's see his eyes a second. He looks very.
Okay.
He's very scowly.
He's got his cat eyes anyway. That's the. See.
Oh,
Lads, who wants his
There we
nose
go, yeah.
when we're done? Big nose.
yeah, you got a schnoz alright.
You got a schnoz. Gonna honk it.
Oh, that focus is looking lovely with the light there.
Yeah.
Would you rather honk his? Would you
See-
rather honk his nose or his pecs?
I can't hold it
Yeah,
like that.
sure.
Unfortunately, but
Oh yeah, because
that's
that
me
makes-
physically holding up the lamp. Give me 1 second. I need to get a different brush. If we're staying on. If we're not, I can.
I think I'm a jump.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna head off. Lads, it was.
Thank you guys. That was great.
I forgot I wasn't in the VC.
Oh,
Owen.
Sorry.
Owen, she.
they're on the cool on.
Oh,
Oh, thanks, guys.
but yeah, no, it's been really, really fun, lads. That was. Good
Yeah, it
fun.
was great.
I did miss it. Well, I did miss a bit for sure. I'm sure he had good crack by the sounds of it. So.
He stuck around. He stood against us. He did.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, no, thank
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
Super cool.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stop the stream now. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Thanks everyone. Bye bye. Good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. Oh wait, watch this. Wait. I'm just gonna use these because we have them. See, this is a lie. We won't be right back, but I just want to show off how cool this looks.
We tricked them. We got them, boys.
Okay. Well, we'll see you.
Bye.